Okay, guys, just getting rolling here. Just get all the behind the scenes stuff done here. It's actually a bit cumbersome to actually do it. Okay, we'll start momentarily. It looks like first up I've got GameStop here. It's kind of an interesting mix today. Let's get in here. Oh, you guys are on a lag here. So who's in? Valentine. All right, Valentine. Glad to have you here. There's always a scramble here. Come on, mouse, get over here. Chicken Rider gave me. Okay. Oh, he's giving me. Oh, shit. Giving me a 10-minute? How are we doing on time? I usually start at 34. We'll give him a couple minutes to join us. Then I can figure out what the hell I'm looking at here. Is that a 10-minute? Is that what he's giving me? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, that's probably enough. Let me get rid of the disclaim. Get the mouse up here. Okay, guys. All right, so mic volume okay. Oh, let's see. You guys are still lagging. Oh, that's all right. So I think it's like a 45-second lag, so I can get to work here. Oh, shit, this is a... It's probably had too much mic noise here. How we doing? Oh, Jesus, still lagging. Is that right? Jesus, are you still lagged? Oh, there we go. All right, now we're back. All right, so God, that's weird. All right, so I see it on YouTube, but I don't see it on the restream. All right, shit, is that right? View on YouTube. Yeah, okay, all right, I guess it's okay. That's weird, the restream doesn't show it to me. Okay, hey, Vlad, tell me, so you're seeing the GameStop chart, right? For some reason I don't get... It's weird, I don't see it. Let me get that chat over here. Hey, can you hear me, Valentine? Fuck, I think we're good. It's just weird, I don't see it. It's got to be good, right? So you're seeing my mouse. Oh, it's a lag. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm just gonna roll into it. I think it catches up. So this is a Chicken Rider. It looks like he gave me a... Shit, I think he gave me a 10-minute. He's giving me a 10-minute. This is some good work here. Okay, that's a little bit off here. Oh, come on. The lag is weird. I shouldn't look at it. I just want to make sure we're doing it right. Yeah, we hear. Yes, we can hear and we can see. Okay, guys, it's something weird. Like when I look at the restream, I only see the disclaim. Anyway, okay, so this is GameStop from Chicken Rider, as I just said. He's giving me a very short term. Now this, it looks like he's trying to go A triangle into the B, and then an ABC. So you're on the right track here. But if this is you're doing A. That's like I can't work it that way. We can't go A. This could be the B here. B can be a triangle, so your B could be over here. But then we'd have to go. If it's A B, we'd need a 5, right? We'd need an impulse. How can we do this the way you've got it? I don't think we can. I think we have to do it this way. Well, so first you gave me a 10-minute, right? Now, if you're trading GameStop, right, of course, you know, the whole game in GameStop is the options, right? So it's less technical than it is about where the options are positioned. Now, I do use some pretty, you know, sophisticated tools for this, but I said then we start into a whole new options trading, which I've dabbled in before. That's my background, but it's a deep dive into. I'm kind of trying to understand it. Let me just try and see if I can do the TA to see if that helps him. Right, you've got to know where the dealers are positioned, because this is every pump, right? It's always about a gamma squeeze, right? So trying to get the market makers to have to play ball. Okay, so here, this is a 1 hour. Can you pull a good Elliott count out of this? Well, it looks like you start it. See, when I see stuff like this, I just go, okay, consolidation, right? Does the count really matter? No, sometimes it does, right? But you might make a case that that we start here. See here, I was 2, 3, 4. Like I said, we're working on 5. Right? That looks like where we are, just out at this distance, because it looks like I got a 5 here. So this is all wick down here, so I might do it this way. Consolidate, expand, right? Contraction, expansion, right? It's a universal law, right? Beyond the markets. Oh, let's see if I had to trade this, I'd start checking here. Okay, well, if we're going to go 261 here, now I'm at a log scale from 19. Well, we don't need log scale, right? 4 times the range is really where we need that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's some sort of a 4. Gets you to a 3 here at 2618. So that's pretty good push. Now we can start to connect all this, right? That's critical to Elliott Wave. Right, we need that channeling, A, B, C, D, E, probably a triangle, get you in there. Pretty good. Oh, well, let's label it here to be thorough. Oh, that's not a great 3, but I don't see any way else to. I'm on a 1. Maybe you go down to something. Maybe there's a little 3 in there. I don't know, that matters, right? So 1, 2, 3. We're working on 4 here. It looks like maybe there's one more pump here. 4 here. So, right, just fill it out, right? It's just standard, you know, what we teach. There's 50 to the tick. Put a wave 4 on this, and right, so we're right where you would anticipate it, right? You know, put a volume profile on here. It's pretty standard. Oh, let's go from this low. All right, so where's the 4, right? Value. Popped out. Oh, are we going to go? Nope, we're coming back. There's an alternate count here. You might consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a diag, but then you're gonna truncate here. No, I think this is a better count here, because this is such a clear 5, right? So then I think the triangle plays better there, even though the B is a little bit of a, you know, you're accommodating that. So that would make this 1, 2. So it still looks like you have a contender here to finish this as a diag, right? So something along these lines to get us up here. One more kick. You know, a long way to go to get to prior highs, but we're going back to, what's that, last summer. So there's nothing really obvious here. Go to a 30. Maybe that has another kick in it. Well, but okay, so just looking here at volume profile, right? So if we just do it this way, right? We just say, okay, where's discount? You know, it's not like money is not made, you know, buying breakouts or buying above a 50%. It's just, it's a higher probability, right? So you're going to have lower risk, higher return. So it's, while, you know, we don't want to be so dogmatic here that we don't ever want to buy here and anything that's not below. It's just that's just a higher probability, right? Again, better risk reward. So something here, well, you could say, oh, maybe from this fuck me, come here. Maybe from this pivot, right? We got something in play here. Maybe there's a golden, right? We get a little golden there. It looks like you might. Maybe it's the lower pivot here, right on it. Okay, you're in the pocket, right? So what are you thinking here? 3, 3, 3. almost looks like you might be working on another triangle. Again, you can't trade something like GameStop without an awareness of what's going on, how the options move the market. So, Chicken Rider, I hope you have that awareness. Again, it would just be too much to take on here on a live stream like this. It's a very deep dive. It would be many, many hours. And there's so much good content that's free, you know. Tasty Trade has really good in-depth content. They've got a whiteboard on options, right? If you need to learn about options. Thinkorswim also very good. There's a gazillion YouTube channels that'll teach you options. So seems like it would be a poor use of time and energy, right, to try and take that on. Certainly not in a live stream. Way too much. So just sitting here in terms of potential TA, well, okay, you're at least buying here at the edge of value. Right, so if you were determined to take this, I don't fuck around with this stuff, right? Something like that. If you want to play that, it's high risk, right? It's high risk, high reward. So if you're doing it, just be sure you're not, you're doing with capital that you're very comfortable if you lose it. It's not going to wreck your day, right? Nobody wants to take a loss ever, but okay, if you're going to play in here, make sure you're playing with money you can play with. All right, Chicken Rider. Now, Griff, I think it's Griff. By the way, lots of nice messages from you guys. I really appreciate that. And I should say Happy New Year to everyone. Here we're doing this. Let's see. Hang on a second. Let me see. I got to be able to read your chat here. So Valentine, yeah, I know, but the last stream cut because of Sense. Oh yeah, that was a while ago. I had some. Was that last one? My stream, yeah, my PC locked up. Right, I had some sort of problem with it. We got that sorted out. Okay, I try to keep an eye on the chat over there. It's actually hard to do this and watch the chat because I get so focused on the TA. Let me bring you guys over here. Okay, there I can see it. Okay, they're back on track. It takes me a minute to get rolling here. I've been working on the other side of the business. Our indicator business keeps me very busy. Okay, so where am I? I think I got those. Okay, those were guys popping in from last week, right? We leave this channel open, right? So those of you that are not members, I should probably, God, I'm just so terrible at this. I'm not a great, forget to market my own stuff. This is the last day of our holiday sale. I should mention this, right? Because one of the guys was nice enough to say, hey, people don't seem to understand that how good a deal this is, because if you get, this discounted price, it counts for all the renewals. It's not like you get this price just once. You get that for, as long as you stay an active member, right? So someone thought I had not made a point of that, so that they thought, oh, well, okay, 30% off the first month, but then not the next month. Well, that's what we're doing. This is by far the best value for the dollar if you want to get into the belt system, right? And everything I do here every week, every video for the last 6 years is just teaching our methodology, right? If you like it, want to develop some expertise with it, well, then the belt system's for you. If you don't feel like that's the right path for you, well, we've got other tracks for you so you can participate. I'll let you dig through what's in each of these, right? We go through pretty detailed what's in there. Okay, there's the extent of my membership. I know people don't like to see promo in a live stream, but there you go. I got to at least do it for a second. Okay, this chicken. Oh, is it chicken? Shit. Oh fuck! Hang on. Chicken Rider. I think you're on the right track here, but you can't go A, B, and then to an ABC, right? Because this would have to be the B, right? If you're A, triangle B, that works. But right, so the only way you could do this would have to be W. You could do an X here and then an ABC. So you're on the right track, right? I don't mean to be, critical of your work. You missed one. You missed a leg here. That's all. Okay. All right. Let me get back to. Okay. My Frogger, he's the one who's mentioning, hey, people don't realize what a good deal this is. Okay. So he says, I'm having trouble with Discord. Okay. Can you use your existing chart for the SPY? Well, so he's SPY and SPX, one's the ETF of it. The TA is going to be the same. I started over here, but then I realized, well, okay, it's going to be the exact same TA here. But maybe I'll just do it over here since he's asking for that. Okay, so we've got a good contender here now, right? So this is a little bit, right? We're taking advantage of the new rules, right? Which I'm not resistant to, the fact that EWI is creating new rules for Elliott Wave traders. They are, we have to have one authority, I guess, right? Beyond, when was Elliott doing it, right? In the 1930s. Well, the markets have, changed a bit. So to update the rule set, I think is a good thing, not a bad thing. Certainly, it's very accommodating here, right, with diags that we don't have to have this overlap. But the key here is the swing structure. And the first one is the trickiest, right? So it does come here. This looks like you got an A, B, C right here, right? That's the least obvious. And now I've had a lot of pushback on this count, right, from a lot of comments from Elliott traders, like, oh, you're all foolish. Your count is all wrong. People love to comment like that. I always say, oh, that's interesting. I love good constructive criticism. Maybe you could post your count, right? I'd be curious what you're thinking. And I never get it. They just want to, they don't want to back up their criticism with their own analysis, right? It's kind of weird. Okay, do we have a potential for something to have completed here? Well, this got a lot stronger in my mind in terms of some sort of a significant correction when we broke that low, right? That's all upswing here. Very little retrace. When we broke that low, oh, this just got, I think, a bit more threatening. Now, I'm not, how are we doing here? Oh, there's John Howard. Okay, so my point here is not to say, oh, shit, the S&P has topped and we're going, 50% lower. Well, 50% lower from what? I mean, you could make a case that that's a pretty good finish. Where's... And we got to go back to COVID low. Here's COVID low 2. All right. So if this is 1, 2, and we're finishing 3, okay, I mean, it's pretty safe argument to say that something has completed here. Something completed there. So. Right. So now, right. So just your natural reflex is like, oh fuck, come on, man, this thing's gone up for 97 years in a row. We're not going down here with the AI boom and the revolution and high tech. We're not going down. Well, okay, I'm not trying to call the top here of the S&P right before we have a major correction, but that's not out of the range of possibility, right? This is definitely a possibility, but what more probable, and I think what we're likely to see, in the next couple of years, right? Because love him or hate him, right? The lack of regulation that the Trump administration is going to bring, it should be good for the stock market. Now, he brings a lot of other, I'll use the word baggage, along with him, right? So as to whether or not, right, just pure American greed is enough, well, it's certainly possible, right? That we do something like this and we just are retracing that completed 5 before we go again, right? So this could be a 1 before we're going 3, 4, 5, right? And it's, never going to come down ever. Okay, right? So how do you trade it? Well, it's hard to argue with the fact that we're in a correction here. So let me get down here a little bit. Okay, there's a pretty, I don't think there would be any dispute that we have a 5 here. It's a little bit of a bumpy start, but it's probably a diag to get you started. So let's just call this an A wave right now. Could be wrong, right? But why would you think something other than that? Very common retracement level would be the prior 3, 4 down at next degree. Something like this. So here we are on the SPY, my Frogger. I mean, again, don't overthink it. What do you see? I see a 5 that completed. What, I like to use, get your 5th grader or 7th grader, right? 5s and 3s. Okay, I got a completed 5. What are we anticipating next? Not what do we know? What do we anticipate? What does it usually do? Now we broke here, right? So you don't have that algo in play anymore. Right here on the SPY, right? That's too high. But for a B, it's a pretty clear 3. So I got 5 followed by 3 followed by. Looks like we're working on a 5 again. Why would you think something else? I'm always surprised by that. People say, "Oh, you couldn't be any more wrong about the S&P." Well, okay. How? Show me. 5, 3. What I got here? Well, it's it's always a little it's, you know, it's always the trade-off, right? When you're trading equities, you have to deal with the daily gap, right? So you can't approach it the same way you can with something that's continuous. I got gap, 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 gap. But the swing structure is 5 and 3. So is that 1, 2? 1, 2? It's a little hard to tell. That's why I go to the line chart. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Doesn't look like it's done, does it? So would you want to be a buyer here? Well, that's probably what John Q. Public is thinking. Oh shit! Look how far down we are. Okay, so let's take it from the 4 to the proposed 5, right? I mean, it's a pivot, right? Okay, well we lost Al there. Let's get you down here, right? We lost him on this degree, right? A wick will do it, right? You know, you can make a case. Well, okay, it didn't do it here on close. Okay, well that's a pretty good spike. But what are they trying to do? Perhaps trying to fill this gap. Perhaps all that's happening here is there's a 50% of this gap, so mitigated. You don't have him from the top either, right? So it's gone so high here. So you're kind of in. All right, well, where can we find him? Let's go to a 15. Well, you know, the point is, you know, he's in here, right? So you just got to find him, right? He's always here, always be here. There's one, right? There he is. How about coming the other direction? You know, I love how we personalize how it goes. Why not, right? Makes it easier, right? Not quite. Where is he? There he is. All right, into a double. Well, so looking at, okay, where are some obvious pivots that you might consider? Well, we didn't sweep this, right? So each of these pivots would be potential targets, right? We didn't get that one. We didn't get this one. Pull you out of here. This one they got. All right, these got swept here. All right, that's what those wicks are doing. This did not get swept. Interesting. So swept, pop. People are buying up here, right? They you know, do you think they don't recognize an imbalance, right? Probably not. 3, right? And it's technical. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I got a nice ABC there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, right? So, but what that looks like to me is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to freak everybody out, right? Do I know that's what it is? No, right? But well, what looks like the higher probability, right? That we're going to truncate the C here. Now maybe, right? A, B, C, D, E. But that wouldn't quite fit, would it? A, B. We'd have to. Well, the A is solid, so this would have to be A, B, C, D, E before you come down, right? It's always hard to project a triangle unless you're. I mean, you've literally got to be at the DE before you can say triangle. Because there's one, somebody posted one, I think that was a Griff, right? He thought he's looking at a triangle here, and then, you know, price action blew it up. So, right, that's off the board, right? So this looks like more probable we're heading lower. Right? 1, 2. That 2 could be, you know, don't make, you know, dramatic assumptions, right? Well, you could have an A, B, A, B, and then a C. Shit, I lost it. Right here. And then you're going down for the 3. So the 2 being more typical, right? You have a deeper 2. It's kind of shallow for the 2. So A, B, C into the 2 before you go 3, 4. Oh, come here. 5. Where did you? You're here. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get everybody freaked out to go into the new year. Who's going to step in here? Whales. All right, freak the market out. Oh, it's supposed to be straight up. AI, less regulation. We're going straight up. Well, of course, when everybody's thinking that, that's when the market will go down. Whales absorb. There's nothing. What's unmitigated here? Very little. This got a little poke here. Yeah, there's not much here. Maybe you call this so potentially some support down here. I'd be cautious here of being, oh, New Year's in. Okay, here we go. If we were to get that little push up for that 2, I'd be very interested in taking the short side there, right? Because everybody's bullish. Okay, hope that helps, my frogger. Thanks for those nice comments, and thanks for reminding me to mention that the deal is a pretty good one. Because the renewals, right, are also discounted. Okay, thanks for that, my frogger. Okay, I got Steel Swarm. Oh, that's a cute image he's got of a dog. Okay, so he's giving, oh shit, let's see. So, oh, I did this one. So here, this is, no, that's Griff, right? That one. All right, well, so if this is an example of, oh, I think it's a triangle. Oh, and then it'll blow up. GME we did. Here is Steel Swarm. Now, this is pretty cool what he's done here. This is, I don't know what that is, but I like it. Oh, that's the volume profile. DGT, these guys do nice work. Very nice work. That's got to be what that is. Okay, Happy New Year to you, Sam, and to everyone watching the stream. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Steel Swarm. 4 hour, 1 day, wave 3. Okay, so here, let's see what we get here. Just for a sec, I'm going to take that off here. Oh, and just because I'm old, let's get my old brain something I recognize. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2. What are we doing here on Chainlink? Okay, I am going to, thanks for that nice note, but I'm going to hide that now. Okay, so. Okay, first question, do we need to be in log, right? Because log's a pain in the ass, right? So I only go there unless I'm absolutely forced to. From $5, well, yeah, it's 5 times the range. So we absolutely do have to be in log scale. That's the first thing, right? So always check, right? Because it distorts things, right? It's not. I only go there when we're forced to. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Clearly the 4, 5, right? So we got to want perfect. Jesus Christ, can that get any? Get your 7th grader. Okay, just show me 5s and 3s. Oh, there's a 5. Oh my God, you don't think it'll finish in a 3, do you? And you don't think that'll be technical? No, that shit doesn't work anymore. No. Right, that shit is I got to draw lines and gaps and silver bullets and unicorns, right? This Elliott Wave shit. Oh, that's so last century. Is it? Fear and greed changed? If anything, the greed is more ravenous than the fear is. There's not a lot of fear in the market right now, which makes it vulnerable. Okay, so I got a 1, 2. Now, could this be the 3 here? Well, likely if something topped here, that's not the 3. So he looks like he's thinking the 3 is heading higher. So I would just push all this stuff up. We don't know where it's going here. Where would we anticipate it going? If this is the 2, well, that would be the. Well, what do you got there? Is that your 1618? Yeah, I think it is. Oh, you're doing a little combo, I think. Huh, that's weird. Okay, let me just do it here. 1, 2, 1. Do we have a 1? Well, this is the little shuffle that they all did, right? Prior to, here's no 6, right? Oh, crypto-friendly admin, right? So out of this contraction comes the expansion. Okay, let's go. What did you give me? I don't remember what you gave me. Do I have yours? Shit, I thought I did. Okay, let's go. Oh, he wanted a 4 hour. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks solid. 1, right? This is just force a habit. I just do this. 1, 2 seems solid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3. Oh, might do it here. Over to the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, talk about some resistance. That's triple top. Looks pretty good there. That's a couple of tick front run on the golden zone. Here's the target. Oh, he's just using different colors. I see what he's doing. Okay, so here's the target sitting on top of the 618. Now, he's using a shift because it's a correction, right? So we would want to, we can still target center line. Oh, fuck, here, let's see. That's good. Well, let's finish it, right? 1, 2. Let's go up here. 1, 2. It seems like it's the 50. Why does that feel a little bit off? Yeah, okay. So how are we getting 618 here? That's... Oh, you're pulling from... Where are you pulling? Oh, you're pulling from the low. Okay, I got it. God, that seems weird. Okay, hang on a sec. Something just... Maybe it's just the color change. There we go. Okay, so coming down for anywhere in this pocket, right? It's going to be prime. Here you take advantage of some of the median lines. Good channeling, right? Always critical. Good channel here. So as we break, come back and retest, we don't get the failed high. That's the retail buy. Oh, it's going to the new highs right now. They oughta maybe check out some Elliott Wave for dummies. Okay, there's that, right? So would you think? Well, so why would somebody buy that? Why would somebody buy that? 1, 2, because they think the correction's over here. Why else would you do it? I mean, maybe they're not applying Elliott Wave, but what are they thinking, right? They're thinking this. Well, what do I have here, right? Do I have a completed impulse, right? Again, get your 7th grader. Is that a 3? Does that look like a correction or does it look like an impulse? So if you're buying here, you got a fair value gap here. So you're buying into an imbalance as well. So why would somebody buy there? What else is there? Are they just uninformed? Probably. I mean, the informed take it from the uninformed on a daily basis by the, I don't know, billions. Why would you buy there? Well, you need to understand the 5s and 3s. Or not, right? Because we need people that are inexperienced enough to buy that. We need them. All right, so we can sell it. Okay. What would I do here? Well, that doesn't look, we're in log scale. Does it look like it's done, right? I don't even think we have any. Oh shit, what happened there? Oh, what happened there? What the fuck? Something. Oh, you got volume there. Okay, that's what happened. Is that buyable? Well, you're trying to pick the turn here. Okay, so is there enough reason? Maybe. Okay, right. So they swept the lows, right? So liquidity grab. Well, you got this right here as well. Right now, okay, one thing we've talked about, right, and it's expressed a couple of different ways. If we're using, you guys know I like Albatherium, right? Because they will highlight if we come down here. We don't know we have a pivot yet until we take out the last swing high that drove the price down, right? So here, let's see if I can. Oh, not to, it's not so much about their product. There's some reasons why I like it, but let me see if I can get this here. Oh, we'll have to go down a bit. See if we can get the inducement to show up here, and let's put it in yellow so we can spot it. Okay, where is that inducement? It's going to be on the higher time frame. So down to 15. Here, well, there's one. There's the last one. There's the last one that confirms this high. So we don't have it yet, even down here. This is all internal. Well, here, I'm getting distracted here. So let's go back to this. Okay, so this is all a down move here. Now, we've taken this little sweep here, so you could make a case here that now that would give us a good candidate. Come here, right, for is that what I have here? For a low, right? Oh. Because we've swept, this is the last swing high before we come down. So we can confirm we have a low here. Okay, well, now we're at the 60-minute. Now, of course, it's very tempting, right? Everybody likes to do, oh, shit, what if I go down to a smaller time frame, right? Lower risk, I'll be more accurate. It's much more squirrely down here. That's the trade-off. Does this look like we have a 5 here? Maybe, right? But, you're going to have to compromise a bit. That's obviously way too big. Because, Elliott Wave breaks down, right? You get down to a small enough level, of course, everything's going to break down. All right, so here's the inducement low here. That's the last one here. So I go to a 10-minute. Now you can see them. You have to get to a low enough level. So there's the inducement right there. I drew this one here from the 60-minute. So here it would be right here. That confirms the low, right? So this is break of structure. Now retrace. Now we've had a change of character, right? So, if we're going to apply some you know, some market structure, right? Again, you know, it fucking dominates TA, so we have to address it, right? So here's a candidate for a 5 going up. Okay, that's good news, right? Now I'm on a 10-minute. We can go to 15, right? That's good news. Excellent news, right? Well, okay, well, where would reasonable targets be? Well, that's an obvious one. Any pivot, right, is always a target. Because what's up there, right? Liquidity, right? So they, you know, traders, market maker, name who, right? There's liquidity there, right? So that's an obvious target. Remember, liquidity grabs go from external to internal, right? So have we grabbed any there? Well, here there was a little fair value gap in here. This has been grabbed, right? Dealt with. So what's the next target here? If they can't get here, they're going to come back down, right? So where would be a target over here? Or maybe that pivot becomes a little target here. If we're going to come down for internal liquidity. But it's a completed 5, right? So I don't really care as much, right? I mean, yet I want to see this, right? Come down here for this, then I'm interested. Now again, see, this is, people fight me on this. Oh man, that thing's gonna fly, right? We don't. Who knows if it's coming? Well, that's right, right? We don't know. The market, as I say this every week, the market is under no obligation to do anything ever, 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 ever. It's not obligated to do anything. It's just, what does it usually do? 5s are usually followed by 3s. Not every time, forever, and eternity, but most of the time, 5s and 3s are what shape the swing structure in the market. Again, 98 years of precedent. Don't take my word for it. Look at a fucking chart, right? To make your own deduction. Never take my word for anything, right? All I'm doing is just teaching you a methodology. You can accept it or deny it, right? So it's up to you. It's what makes a market. So there's a 5. So where am I interested in this, right? Again, again, every week here, all I'm doing is teaching a methodology, right? It's not, I try to make a point of not making this about me. I'm not here to flex, right? To say, oh, look at my TA skills. I'm just applying a methodology we teach that was taught to me. That's all I'm ever doing. So here's a 5. Okay, it's not my brilliance, right? I've just studied it enough and traded it enough. I mean, 30 years of doing this, you see a few things. Okay, well, so what if we come down here, sweep that low? Oh, yay. Yes, I want to buy, right? Now I'm buying in the discount. Where am I to put my stop? Well, that's a long way down. Right? And maybe here, if I'm between at this range, I don't need log scale. All the better, right? Because the log scale is annoying. Okay, well, so from here to here, well, we can I get that 50? I've got a. That's the higher time frame. Down here, I'm interested. Now, I'm not going to risk to that. I mean, something like this down here on a 15-minute, you could trade that with leverage. Accept the risk that comes with that. But for a little punchy trade here, well, shit, 3 times, 5 times, right? Don't go crazy, right? You just, there's no need to. But something like this to come to, if you get it in a 3, okay, well, if we get it in a 3, what do we want? You don't have to sit here with the limit order. You can, but you don't have to. Right? Wait for that little pop. Right? Where's your stop? Right? 707. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're hoping for. Because at some point, this is why the inducement is so important, right? Because that's why you have to have some consistent, not random approach to how to identify a pivot. Because how do I know the pivot's in? How do I know it's in? Right? If we can't sweep the last high that drove it down. So if you're here, how do I know that the low's not in it? We're not going to do this. How would you know? Well, you don't know, but at least if we've swept, oh shit, if this is coming down here as a 5. We got a 5 here. At least as we sweep that last pivot high, oh, well, now I have the ingredients. I know I've got a low here. That doesn't mean I can't get a lower low, but at least I have the ingredients now. Oh, I swept the pivot high, the swing high that drove it down to that low. If I sweep that, well, then I get a little internal change of character. Something's changed. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Oh, there's a change. Now it's mechanical. It's not like, oh, fuck, I don't know. Where do I put my stop? What's the target? Shit, I don't know. It's right there in your face, right? If you want to use 786, right? Something depends how much do you want this trade? How much risk are you willing to take? Something like that. Okay, well, there's 4.3 to 9. And that's if you just get first target. Where's the actual target you're after? That's the 3, right? Because the premise would be, oh, if the low's in, we're going to go up in 5s, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what you're assuming. Not knowing, but that's what you're assuming. what do they usually do? 8.39 to 1 for the 3. Now, what's a common mistake? People will get up here and go, oh, fuck, wait a minute, that thing probably keep going. Well, okay, I mean, if you get the 1.618, which that would be, right, the negative 100, if you're coming from the 618, will be negative 1.618. Right, so if you get that, take a partial, right, because you don't know, right? It could be the 3, could be a C. You don't know. There's no knowing. So bank something. If you're in that and you catch at least 30, 50, 60% of it, bank it. If you get the 4 to the 5, great. That's just gravy. Great. Oh, I got the 4, I got the 3, and I got the 5. Right? The one that you are least interested in is the 1, because the 1 is what sets it up. Oh, so you start paying attention. Oh shit, man, I got a 1. After all of this, oh, and I confirmed the pivot. Oh, fuck, I got a 1, 2. Maybe I can get the 3. Oh, I banked in that. Oh, let's let it retrace. Oh, holy shit, look at that. Maybe I'll get the 5. Gravy, gravy, right? Let somebody else pursue the 1. Somebody who wants to, look at me. I picked the turn. Aren't I brilliant? You don't need to be that guy, ever. Let them take the 1. You take the 3 and the 5. Chainlink, I hope that helps. Oh, he gave me, I'm not sure I gave his enough attention. He gave me the 4 hour. Let's see here. Did I give him enough attention? Maybe I did. 1. All right, so what's that? All right, so if we just come back to where we were, what do we think we have here? All right, so 1, 2, all right, no. All right, so let's get rid of that. What do we think we're in the middle of here? Possibly 1, 2. Does this look like it's done? Oh, let's go to the 30 here. See if he gave me enough. Could it be done? Oh, let's use our EWO just for a little. Here I'm taking too long again. So I get on one. I'm like a dog on a bone. Oh, he's got his volume in there. See what I mean? When you come down to these smaller time frames, you lose a little conviction, right? Because it's so squirrely. What got something there? Anything you would want to really lean into for putting money at risk? Maybe not, right? So when it's not clear, I will just double this, right? Again, something taught to me years ago. Does that help a little bit? One, 2, 3, 1. Is that a 2? Is that a 2? Not real clear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like you might have a 1 here. That's a pretty skinny 2. It's not great, all right? With 4, 5, let's get that 3. All right, the 3 would be shorter here. It looks like that would be your 4. So maybe it's here. 2. Can I get a 1, 2, 3? Can't get an impulse. So it's iffy. Iffy. So why put money at risk? See, be picky. There's so much. There's too much to trade. There's so much to trade. Why would you ever take something? Maybe it is. Again, I come back to let somebody else take the 1. You take the 2 to the 3. And that's just a clusterfuck, right? Even the finish. 1, even that is squirrely. I'd want to see this get swept, actually. And we're on a 30-minute. And keep in mind, if you get this, right, you don't be, oh, fuck, I missed it. God damn it, I was watching that here. I remember that live stream. Fuck, I missed it. Did you? Did you really miss it? Or is that now what's coming? Right. Did you? Again, it's the same idea. Somebody else takes the 1. You're taking the 3. Hopefully that makes sense what I just did there. Because what you're doing is this. Okay, I never get them first swing. 1, 2, 3. Let somebody else, be the guy with the machete, right? Picking the turn, plowing through all the resistance. Oh, I got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now at a higher time frame, I'll take the 2. What do I have there? 12 to 1, approximately, maybe 10 to 1, 11 to 1. Want to give it 7, 8, 6? 6 to 1. You don't have to pick the turn, right? It's the highest risk, right? But why do people do it? Oh, because it's the lowest risk on the stop. Is that always your objective? Right? You can go down to the 1 minute, it's lower risk, but death of 1,000 cuts. Okay, he also wants ADA. So let me get over here. ADA, USD. Oh, I've been using crypto here because I get full history. So let's go out to the daily. So he's got. Can we also look at ASC? Seems to count. Can't seem to count that one unless the ABC is done. Oh, let's see. Steel Swarm, did you post again down here? Steel Swarm, you down there? No. Okay, so this must be what you've got. Okay, hang on, guys. Frank the Tank. What is that, Franco? Do you find the inflection points? Oh, wait. How do you find the inflection? Okay, we'll come back to that. See here, it's hard for me to do this and follow the chat, right? The best way, who is that? That's, let me bring this over so I can see it. Oh, shit. Surface Sweller. Here to learn more about Elliott Wave. Okay. All right, Franco. All right, just pay attention. Right, so, well, of course, the best way, our Discord's free to join. That's get in there, and that's the place to start. And then you can start posting, right? That's how you learn. You only learn Elliott Wave by doing it, right? You will not learn it watching a video. I mean, you'll get an idea, and you can watch someone like me do it, who's been doing it for a lot of years. But I move through it quickly because, again, 30 fucking years of doing this, right? So it comes to me quickly. It's like a language, right? You speak it every day. You develop some fluidity with it. If not, right, it's like, you're going, oh, it's literally like a language. You're like, oh, fuck, what is that? Oh, and then you're flipping to find your Elliott chart, cheat sheet or your book going, oh, fuck, I can't have a triangle in the two. Oh, yeah, right? It's the same idea. Okay, Cardano here. Now, again, I have Albutheriums on. There are lots of good ones here. Lux Algo is also very good. Big Beluga is very, very good. These guys are kind of weird, but their product is great. The number one thing about this product, in addition to the inducement, which in other products it would be called change in state of delivery, it's the same concept. The best thing about this, most of them you put them on, it'll give you market structure for all of time, which is, fuck, I don't care about what's happening over here. It's annoying, right? So what I like about Albutherium is I can draw it, right? This is the only product I know of that does this, right? So I can come over here and say, I don't care about any of that. I just want this. Just give it to me here. I don't know of any other product that does that. That's why I like, that's one, that plus the inducement and the way they structure it, right? And there's no ambiguity. Well, how do they define a swing? Fuck, so one guy's doing pips, the other guy's doing points, the other guy's doing percentage, the other guy's doing a swing structure. There's no continuity there, right? So it's just a random, you pick one. I don't like that, right? So what I want is absolute certainty. When is that pivot in? Well, when the inducement is taken, right, which you see here, I put them in yellow here so you can see, okay, that high is not in until that low is swept. This high is not in until that low is swept. Right? So that's the advantage of it. Now here we are back to, this was the crypto shuffle before the election, right? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, less regulation. Talk about the guy who I shouldn't get into it, but what's his Brad? Oh fuck, I can't remember his name. Something House. I don't know how many tens of hundreds of millions he invested into getting Trump elected because, right, he wants less regulation, right? So. Then you can say Trump is for sale. All right, so this, I digress. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do it. Okay, so is this a 1? Or does it matter? Are we going to go 1, 2 here? 30 cents to $1.20. Yeah, we got to be in log scale. It's kind of annoying. Now here I'm in the, let's reset here. So let's go back to 534, right? So is this 1, 2? Could be. 1, right? So you're just using the oscillator here to help you a little bit. Okay, is that 1? Is this 1? There's times where you're like, oh fuck, all right, do I really need to count this? Right? Well, if you're studying Elliott Wave, okay, did I do this in a 3? Looks like a pretty good 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can just, again, get your 7th grader. See if you can find the 5s. Okay, do we see this would be a triangle B or by X probably. X into an A, B. See, well, you can work backwards, right? So, oh, it ends with a 3. So it has to be X, right? So this has to be A, B, C. This has to be X, right? That's the power of Elliott Wave, right? It's not this, then that. And if not that, then this, right? You hear me say that all the time. So here's the consolidation, right? It almost doesn't matter what the count is, because from that contraction comes the expansion, right? Again, never fails. It's the only thing that you can count on with absolute certainty in the markets, right? From consolidation comes contraction. Well, I don't ever want to try and connect things like this, right, to something like this. I don't want to do that. I want any impulse to be all self-contained. So this is pretty self-contained. Now, if I need to come back here, if my count is breaking down, I'm like, wait a minute, something's not right here. I will come back to this and go, okay, well, fuck, I guess I need to use that as a, this would be a truncation here, although that's, you can see here, this is all wick, right? So that's the, where's the lowest close? Well, I guess that is the lowest close right here. That's the lowest close, and then I've got wick, right? Or, you know, to ICT's credit, right? Something I will quote him on. Wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story, right? So the wick, what's happening there, right? What's likely happening there? All of these stops are being grabbed, right? It's a liquidity sweep. So, which happens almost at every pivot. So it's a 3 followed by a 3 followed by a 3 followed by a 3. Okay, it looks like, okay, maybe I got to start here. 4, 5, right? Because I can finish this thing, and there's the 3, 4, 5. I can work backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So I can work backwards from that. Okay, so I complete 5s here. Where's your 7th grader? Even if you did it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter how you did it. It's a stretch. Do you have 5 there? Again, it's a little bit of a stretch. It doesn't matter. Here's the push. All that's happening now is that we're waiting for the retrace. Right now, do we know here? So let's. Well, we can see, right? So I don't get. The only drawback to using crypto, I get all the history, but I don't get a volume profile. But you don't need it, right? Is it going to be hard to figure out that there's going to be a little volume pocket right there, as we stalled here before we went high? Each one of these, right? Do we look like we're done? Could we be done? Well, there's no, I guess, again, just a reminder, no obligation that the market comes down to 50. It's just where it usually goes. So who wants to buy that? Take it out of log scale. Looks a little different, right? Now, all of a sudden, this starts to clear up a little bit, right? So I would come back here to, wait a second. This looks a whole lot better here. Completed impulse, A, B, C. But that's not what I want. Let's go to a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B. That doesn't work. Oh, fuck. Well, let's see. Likely, because we have to work backwards, right? So 3, 3, W, X, Y, possibly, right? But it looks like it's got to roll over again. So, yeah, that's a little tricky. Let's get down to this here. This is your cluster fuck. That's all right. So there are times, right, where at Elliottician you have to go with a little bit of. What's the swing structure here? Let's take this off for the time being. What is the swing structure implying? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not a 5. That's a 3. I think that's an ABC. So I would do it this way. Can I get a 1, 2 in there? A, B, C, D, E would be the B there. Okay, let's consider that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a candidate. I don't love the A, but we're working with what's there. Let's finish the triangle. Seems reasonable right now. I'm not positive, right? Sometimes you just got to start, right? You start filling in the blanks. Okay, does this work? Does this work? Often with Elliott Wave, it's a bit you're sketching. Okay, all right. Let's put it in pencil and think of it that way. It looks like you have to do it here actually. A, B, C, because I can see there's a 5 here. Right, so 5s and 3s are going to guide you. Right, a triangle is kind of a wild card, so you just have to know where they're found. So this would have to be A, B, C, A, B, C, like that. This, we can take that down a degree just to be consistent. God, it looks like you got another triangle here. Looks like you do. So A, B, C. Okay, all right. So candidate for the Y. Oh, that's just, what is it? Consolidation. What comes from consolidation? Expansion. What are we doing here? Consolidating. What comes from consolidation? I know it's annoying I don't mean to insult your intelligence. I'm just driving the point home. It's easy to miss it, right? So if we come down here, black is squeeze, right? So squeeze means lack of volatility, right? Contraction. Contraction. Right now it lags a little bit, right? Because it will, just like any indicator, it's going to be a slight lag. So the squeeze is going to be showing still but as it breaks, right? So you always have a little bit of a lag. But we can see here. All right, do anybody want to make a trade there? Do we have is there a 5 to finish that? Is that what we got there? Is that it? Some sort of sloppy diag? Well, do I want a diag there? No. Maybe I have to push this over here. Let's get that out of there. 1, 2. Oh. Well, that would have to be 1. So that already. Well, so can we be definitive about what we end up with a count here? I don't think so. So this is hurry up and wait. You don't want to try and trade that. So what are you doing? You're guessing. That's a wag. Wild ass guess right there. Oh, I think even Al can't help you here. Right. Okay. Well, we're in the pocket. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? There's no clarity here. So again, why force something? That's what people do, right? They're impatient. Oh, fuck, I don't know. I got tired of looking at it, so I just bought it. Why? Well, what's your edge there? You're buying in the discount? Okay, maybe. Right? You're close to it. So why are you forcing a trade there? Now, if you're long, as I am, I'm doing nothing because I think it's going here. So what? There's nothing to do. That's not a start that I. What is it? 1, 2, maybe WXY. If it breaks out of here, what again? Well, it's contraction, right? So we're expecting expansion. Well, expansion implies impulse. Now, it doesn't have to be an impulse, right? It could be diag. You could get a diag out of that. Something choppy. Not bad news, because if I get a diag, I know where I am. I know I'm in a 1. If I get an impulse, okay, is that the 1 of the 3 or is that the 3? Not so sure, right? It clarifies, right? There's no other TA that does this, that gives you the clarity, right? The fork in the road. If not this, then that. And if not that, then this. Nothing else will do it. If there was something better, I'd teach it. Okay, right? So that's a hurry up and wait. Nothing to do there, right? There's nothing to suggest time to buy. What would it take? Give me a pop, right? I'll take a retrace. Stop running the low, right? No place to take undue risk there. You don't want to do that, right? There's no reason to. Okay, shit. I'm going too long again. Okay, let me get back. Where was I? Steel Swarm, gotcha. Thanks for all those nice comments. How do I say that? The Hangman? The Hangman? THUH Hangman? The Hangman? Well, he's posted some. They must be a new member. I've not seen that handle before. So what's he giving us here? Oh, he's got the same count I do. Oh, how convenient. And that's Yeah, this is the NASDAQ. Okay, so I think if I do that, it comes. All right, so not shocking that it would be the same count. Is there? Are we disputing the 5 here? Probably not. Same as the S&P, the SPY, SPX, right? Same thing. There's the 5. 5, 3. Again, where's your 7th grader? Do you need him? Right? Are you going to read too much into that? You can get your 5th grader. Well, this is kind of interesting. We got an extra leg on it. So how do we deal with that, right? So okay, so let's complete it. Oh, this got tricky, right? It's not easy, right? Like this is an easy 5. That's an easy 3. Uh-oh, what are we doing here? Well, right, there's only so many choices, right? There's the beauty of it. Okay, 1, 2 seems pretty solid. Is that a completed impulse? Or is that the completed impulse? I'd be inclined to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3, right? Because the 3, right, there's no compromising on the 3. If it's an impulse, that 3 has to be an impulse. And it's pretty good shape, right? Right, no threat here. What's in the middle of it, right? The big fair value gap. Big imbalance, right? Market going to come back here. Well, look, it's doing the same thing here. It's filling this in. That's right, being inverted, right? So it becomes an inverse fair value gap. Same thing here, right? All of this, well, this hasn't been completely filled, right? But these are worth noting, right? What is this, Fed day? The Fed crash day. Right, filled in. Same here. So there's no, you could do it this way, right? There's no unmitigated imbalances here. It's all been filled in. So down, up, fill it all in, down we go again. So it looks like there's another leg here. So this, well, that's actually kind of a ripe setup for a long, because where's the target now for the liquidity, right? Now this is not hard stuff, right? Okay. Anybody think there's some stops there? Let's use some traditional technical analysis. Length of A projected from the B. Would that not be an area you'd consider? Well, let's look across. Anything unmitigated over here? Well, you got an order block down here. Would be demand. Okay. This is just low-hanging fruit here. You could just call this trendline liquidity. All of this, right? Partially swept. Maybe doing it here. Oh, we can. It should be thorough. Oh. I had a trend line in there, but there we go. All right, so just liquidity here, right? So all of this, you do it multiple times, right? But all of these are, those are, right? Areas of interest. This one has not been taken yet, right here. They teased it. So nice potential here for this to come down here as we go, get out of the holiday week, or maybe, well, shit, what we got? Thursday, Friday, I guess we do have some trading, right? So to come down here, sweep this low. Oh, God. Well, who's sitting here, right? Retail. Oh, God, we're going down. We're going down. We're going down. No, we're not. That's what I would anticipate, right? If someone said to me, what would you, nobody knows, but if you had to estimate what's probable going into the remainder of the week, sweep the lows here. I don't know if they're going to get this low, but get everybody freaked out and then rip. Likely path would be my anticipation. Look how tight these are, right? That's why they're so good, right? Here on an hour, that's a fucking tight impulse. That's a tight correction. Another tight impulse. They're really sexy, right? They're just tight. Oh shit, I'm out of logs, so I like to use a regression channel where I can, right? 2 standard deviations on either side. We're just coming down. What if that is it? Where would that put us? All right, so don't lose context, right? Okay, ABC of what? What are we correcting? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if this is the last low here, where we clearly got an order block there. So if we're coming out of this, right on it. We've already wicked through gold in here. Is that wick? I think it is. Yeah, it's just wick, right? So we don't kill it, but it's, you know, it's been weakened. Oh, fuck. Come back here. If we're going lower, what's the next stop, right? You see, you would go, you wouldn't go to this one, right? Because that's not a major, right? You'd go to the dominant right here. One, two. That's a, you know, it's. You see, you're doing the same thing here. You're having to do this as an ABC, right? Which suggests diag, right? So you're doing it again here. Oh, how are we doing that? So I do it here. 1, 2. Oh, that's maybe I have to do it here. This might be some sort of a triangle there. It ain't pretty no matter how you slice it. It looks like I got an A here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, actually, I like it here better. A, B, triangle. Looks like you'd end up here with a triangle. A, B. You might be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's got a pretty good 5 in it. So that has to be a diag 1. Excuse me, A. So this has to be A, B, C. If it's going to hold this, I'm not positive it will, but that's you know, being consistent with what we see on the S&P 3 coming into this. That's where I'd get real interested right there. On the NQ. Oh, shit. Did you give me, okay, you gave me another one here. Hang on, copy link. Let's see what else you got. Okay, I'm going to try and keep this moving here. I know I can get caught up in the detail. Oh, this is this you? No, that's me. Okay, maybe that, let's see. Open in browser. Let me see if I can get this. No, I don't want to do that. Let me try one more time here because he's got some stuff in here that I think. Oh fuck! No, it's not gonna work for me. So, sorry, man. What the one you sent is not. I can't grab it. Okay, but hopefully that helps on the NQ. Okay, let me keep moving. Thanks for those, the hangman. Something off in that last chart here. I couldn't get it. Never give back. All right. Happy New Year, Devils. Thanks for that. And to all. What do we got here? Okay. Copy link. Let's see what he's thinking. Oh, there it is. Shit, it did come up. Impulse. Okay, right. So so you see the challenges here. Are we doing it as a diag or as an impulse? It's very unclear at the moment. So you're struggling to do it as an impulse in the same way I'm struggling to do it as a diag. It's unclear, right? It's pretty unclear. Okay, where was I? Never give back. I had you over here. Let's try again. Copy link. Okay. Never give back. He likes these gradients. Microsoft. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Monthly on Microsoft. What do I got down here? I got an RSI that needs an update. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's some bull porn right there. Oh, wow, that's hard to deal with. I didn't leave town. Just had to change my AC. It gets hot in my office. Okay, let's go down to, oh, geez, this is going to be a hard one. Okay, let's go to where we are. Okay, so this is You know, Microsoft has some interesting dialogue. Have you guys seen some of the Satya and Nadella talking about software as a service is essentially already a dead industry. We're all going over to chat bots, AI bots. I think it was his whole premise. It's interesting. It might be worth a look if you haven't seen it. Just Google Satya and Nadella talking about SAS, so you'll see his. I mean, if a guy would know. There's a pretty good looking impulse in the middle of this. Right, so how do you argue with that? Probably not. You don't. Where's COVID? Here's COVID. So is that a 1-2? Yeah. Again, I can show you all day, but I can't trade them for you. Is there any reason to think that that's done? Oh, let me. I know, never get back. That is cool that you do it that way, but it's just easier, I think, for everyone to see it like this. Oh, I like the triangle, right? Very good. That's nice work. Right. So you're kind of looking at that going, what the? Oh, is it A, B? Yeah. Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, no, can't be C. Could it be W, X, Y? Oh, no, that doesn't work. Right. You get forced into it. Again, there's nothing else like Elliott Wave. Nothing else gives you this advantage, right? Now, that doesn't mean that we know where it's going, but it means we have a framework. We have a foundation that's consistent. Yes, there's some subjectivity to Elliott Wave, right? There's no way around that. But at least when you have something like this where it can't be anything else, right? You can lean into that, right? So there's a very good probability that the 4 is there. Now, does that mean that the market can't do this? Of course not. But boy, right, when you get something that solid and you got to, whoa, right, that's something to pay attention to. So they're selling off. Now, we can look at that. Granted, he gave me a monthly. Same as the S&P. This isn't hard to do, right? This is, again, get your 5th grader. Is that a 5, 5th grader? Yeah, it looks like a 5. Well, if this is the 4, well, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Right? What would you expect here? You'd expect a 3. If that's the 4, is this my 1? Well, let's think about that. If this is the E, 1, 2, you're going to have to dig your 3, 4 out of that. 1, 2, well, we'll get there in a second. Oh, let's change the color so we don't get lost between the two. All right, now we start going down. See, do I really have it? Is it really there? 1, 2, or it's just because I want it to be there? All right, the 4 is usually the easiest to spot, right? Because we stop progressing the trend, right? We go sideways. Contraction, expansion. What's the alternate here? Right, since we don't know, this will often happen, right, with Elliott Wave when you're looking at it at a distance, right? So remember, the first thing he gave me was a monthly. Right now, we're just working backwards. So his premise is we're just beginning the retrace into the 2 because people are like, market is crashing, Bitcoin's crashing, Microsoft is crashing. That's just what the media does, right? To draw attention to clicks and to get you to watch the channel. The retrace is healthy for a bull market, right? We need the bull market. They need the liquidity, right? You're on a long trip, right? Oh shit, my canteen's a little empty here. I need to grab some liquidity. Where are you getting it? Not above you. You need the liquidity, right? That the retrace is a positive for a bull, not a negative. Right now, okay, you can convert, right? And we go into a bull market, a bear market. But right now, this is healthy, right? So you got to come back to it and go, well, if that's the 1 coming off of the 4, well, that doesn't work, right? So you got to look at that and say, okay, now from a distance, when I'm out here and it looks like a clean 5, oh, maybe I got to dig in a little closer here and say, maybe I'm too quick here. Maybe I've already got it here. Oh shit. Do I have an A? Do I have something complete here? I still can't tell. I'd have to do the 4 here for this to complete. Does that fit? It may not, right? But you got to start playing with it, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could that work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? It kind of leaves you still here. 1, 2, 3. I can't force fit it. All right. I mean, I'm blatantly looking at this going, God, do I need to squeeze it in there? Right? Or am I just changing it because that's what I want to see? 1, 2, 3. That's clearly a 4, right? The 4 is usually, not always, but usually the easiest thing to spot. So this doesn't fly, right? Because I've got to deal with this. I don't know that it matters. I can't bury that. It's there. I've seen it. I can't unsee it. Okay, what does that mean? All right, well, I need a 3 here. Oh, come here. Is that a 3? I'm already down to a 13. I mean, to a 30. Is that a 3? No, it's not a 3. That could work. Nice little truncation. That's a, geez, almost like it's earnings. I don't think it's a triangle here. I think you just have truncation. Because there's a little 5 in that, right? So 5s and 3s, right? That dictates everything we're looking at, right? It looks like I've got a little 5 there. A, B, C. It's a little, I don't know about irregular. It's not like we don't ever see a truncation, but this was so blatant. And what are they doing here? Right? What's happening here? Right? Almost every pivot, you'll see that. Right. Well, that's the telltale, right? Oh, are they grabbing liquidity? Where would they grab it? Oh, look what they did. Now, right, they didn't get from that. You would have thought, oh, they grabbed liquidity. Here we go, right? They don't get there. What do they run into? Likely, Al. A little wiki there. How about on the way back? Why did we stop here? Is it the liquidity grab? Could be, right? Where's Al? Is he in there? You tell me. Is he there? 6 years. I've been showing you this. I don't know how many tens of thousands of times, right? Every chart, every time frame, always there, always will be. There he is, right? Where's his target? Got it. Bang. Okay, all right, so the reason I continually come back to that, because I don't want you to forget it. It's just unbelievably easy to forget. Oh, shit, I forgot there's one on the other side, right? Always one on the other side. Always one on the other side, right? So you'd be looking here. Oh, see, what this would do here. Oh, let me get that right on there. With that little break, right? Even though it's like, oh, shoot, and it still went here. They don't get to target here because this weakens it. Let me rephrase that. With those breaks here, the probability gets flipped to the bears, right? Because they're breaking it here, right? Now, if they had held right at the golden zone, all right, well, now you don't know for sure. You're like, oh, shit, well, that held and that held. It's just a fib fight. With that break, it leans you a little bit more to the bear side because they've broken it down here. It's not a close below, but again, you got to pick a side, right? Or if you're uncomfortable picking a side, don't trade. With no conviction about direction, maybe you're going to the options market, right? You're going to sell time and volatility. But if you have no direction, why are you trading it? Okay, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that doesn't quite work. 1, 2, 3. Let's keep going, right? 1. That looks like A, B, C. That doesn't quite work, right? I can't quite get done there, so I have to do 3, 4, right? Because I've kept going. You know, see, some people look at this and they think, oh, God, fuck, that's too much work. Jesus Christ, I got to remember all that shit. Yes and no, right? I mean, how serious do you take your trading, right? If you're like, oh, fuck, just make it easy for me, right? Just fuck, buy a bot, right? I mean, if you don't, you're either drawn to solving the puzzle or you're not, right? Some people look at this and go, oh, fuck, what are you, insane to be doing all that? Can't I just do this? Can't I just do, like, you know, oh, give me an order block, give me a you know, a liquidity grab, give me a silver bullet, give me a unicorn. The illusion is, oh, here it's so easy. You just use breaks of structure. It's all so easy. No, there's no easy trading. It doesn't exist, right? Anyone telling you it's there is just they're reaching for your wallet. Don't believe, there is no easy trade. There is no easy money in the market, period. Don't look for it. There is hard money. I know the temptation is, well, fuck, how hard can it be? It's either going to go up or it's going to go down, right? That's what the novice thinks. Oh, easy money, all right? Well, the market's up. We got this AI boom. We got deregulation coming in. Just buy, buy, buy. What has the market done? Last, it's never easy. Okay, right? But so this can make it easier, but you got to put a little work in. Oh, well, how annoying! I got to work for money. Pfft, this is America. Just give it to me. All right, do I have it down here? Do I have an ABC? What do I have? I got an A. I don't have it. Not with any conviction. Now maybe, right? Something like this is happening. I don't have any conviction here. I know it's what you want to do, right? This is what you want. Like, oh fuck, I want just give it ABC. That's what I want, right? But it doesn't count. It doesn't count. A, B. I mean, could you even pull that off, right? Let's just consider it. Here I am taking too long again. Could this be ABC? Well, let's just explore it, right? Because let's not be dismissive of a potential correction, because that's what we want it to be. We want this to be. Here, let's finish it. This is what we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, can we find that without force fitting it? Come here. Right? It's deeper than we want, right? Although not too deep to invalidate as a 2, right? We're down to 786. Perfectly reasonable for a 2. Perfectly reasonable, right? It almost has the right structure. So let's see, can we do it? Okay, so could we turn it into a combo? WXY. That doesn't really fly. Well, let's hang on. You'd have to have the AB. This would have to be your W. Well, let's see if we can make it fly. W X. Can I turn that into a Y? No. Well, fine. Hang on. Let me slow myself down here. Can we do it? Jesus, I got so much down here. I mean, but this is the process, right? See, if you don't like the sausage making, wrong live stream. Because if I just do it in advance, right, you don't get any value from it. You just see it and you learn nothing, right? Watching someone try and figure it out, right? Because that's what you're going to be doing. That's why I do it this way, so that you can see, right? I don't come to this and go, boom, there it is, right? It's lay them out there. Where does it fit? Okay, let's not make assumptions. Maybe, because I want this to be done here. Maybe I'm just too quick to assume the 5. Maybe if I dig a little deeper, I can get this to fly as a WXY. That, right? So I can't do it there. That's an impulse. It just is, right? What's the most friendly reading of it? Here, I might do this. 1, 2, 3, even that's a little iffy. 3, 4, that can be my 5. Well, I keep going. Is that my 5? Well, I can't finish with the 3, right? We begin and end with 5s, right? So I can't do that. I could do possibly what would be here is an A, B, C, but I'm going to need a big ripping impulse here, right? If that's not coming, right? I can't finish it. Damn it. If I could, I'd be teeing up orders to buy it on Monday. I can't finish it. Even if I think with, let's be as most accommodating possible read of it. Oh shit, where would that go? That would go right here. ABC, X, ABC into an X. Okay, we're going to truncate the C. Okay, but then I got a 5. Doesn't fly, right? So there's no trade here, right? Until, now, maybe if you got that, well, how would we do that? A, B, C. Then you could do it. Now, take out this low, and it's ball game changes, right? Because with all the Elliott rules, there's no negotiating on the start of the 1 being overlapped, right? That's absolute law. But well, Elliott Wave rule, right? You can't break that, right? So, could we get there? Maybe. Now, you can look at all of that, and the market could come in next week and do that. And you'll be like, well, that shit doesn't work. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. right? I mean, again, the market is not obligated to finish this. It's not obligated ever to do anything. It's going to do what it's going to do. We're just trying to frame it with something that's consistent. So every chart, right? It's the one thing I can tell you. Every chart for the last 6 years that I've done, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 videos. It's always the same because that's the edge. If I start fucking around and changing it up, lost my edge. No edge, no trade. Right? It's a very deliberate process, right? And that's what the belt system, that's what we're teaching you, right? So ultimately, what's the point of the belt system? So you don't need anybody. Many of the people that have come through the belt system, they don't watch my videos. They don't need them anymore. They're doing their own analysis, which is always the goal. So when someone leaves and they say, I've learned enough, man, I think I can handle this. I'm like, bravo, well done. The whole point is that you don't need anyone's counsel, right? Now, that doesn't mean shit. I still look at Elliott counts from other, other good traders. It doesn't mean you stop learning or you stop applying or you stop refining or you stop looking at some, I hadn't looked at it that way. It happens to me all the time. Not to mention, I can't look at everything. I mean, I probably look at 20, 30 assets on a regular basis. How many we got, right? 50,000? You can see things you didn't see. Okay, let me get off of that. I tend to ramble. What did you give me here? Here, hang on a second. Copy link. Let's see if I can get this up. What do we got here? Okay, so this is Never Give Back. Givo? Fuck, I never heard of that. Well, okay. I probably no dispute there. Oh, come on, Never Give Back. This is a gift. You don't need me for this. You're just offering this up for people to get on their watch list. Givo. Okay, what the fuck? Givo. Okay, let me get rid of that. This is this. Oh shit, you don't need me for this, right? This is just get it on your watch list. There's a 5, right? Again, get your 5th grader. Okay, is that a 5? Is that a 3? Nope, that's a 5. Is that a 3? Yep, that's a 3. What are we looking for? 5, 3, 5. All right, what would we call that? A zigzag, right? In Elliott speak, right? It's not to be confused with the zigzag indicator, right? Which just is going to show the swing structure. This would be a 5, 3. Now, we don't have this yet. So what do? We fill it in our mind's eye. Well, okay, I'm not saying that's not worth doing. I'm saying this would be a good one to get on your watch list, and I would just set it at the 50. Right? There's no obligation that it come to the golden zone. It's often where they'll go. And if I had A, B, and then, I can't even draw on this, right? But if I would take the length of the A projected from the B, looking for 100%, right? That's common, right? If not 100, maybe the 618, maybe that would be in line with the 618 retracement, right? Of that full impulse. Or this is a daily chart. So just on your watch list. Here's what I would do. I'd set an alert. If it breaks this, well, something else is happening. If it breaks this low at the 50, I want to pay attention. But you see what it does here? This is very, very, very common. We come down to the 50, right? That's where we get a reaction, right? But we don't get a new high, right? At least not yet. So bounce at the 50, roll over, and then golden zone, right? Because this is algos, right? That's where they roll. That's probably a golden from the top. That would just be 50, golden, golden. Right now, back to the earlier conversation. You can be the one chasing the one. Well, you can be the trader chasing the one wave, or you can let somebody else take the one wave. Now, this is a daily, so that's a pretty good rip. So, or you can let someone else take the 1 and you take the 2, which seems to be what Never Gives Back is implying here. That let the pivot happen, let the 5 come, take the 3. Just like this one, right? So you can take the 1 or you can take the 2 into the 3. Where's the bigger money? Well, usually the 3, although this looks like that's only slightly bigger. Kind of I think, yeah, that's a 3. So it looks like you got to truncate that, or maybe there's a little triangle in there. But let somebody else take the 1. You take the 2 into the 3. Let somebody else deal with the chop of the 4, right? That's retail often is trying to buy it in there because they've seen the 3. So they get chopped up in here, right? And then, we go for the 5. So where's the trade? Here or here? Nice one, Never Give Back. Thanks for that. Okay, Q. Happy New Year. Oh, happy to look at that. Could you look at RUNE? Okay, let's get RUNE. Copy link. RUNE. I think I've been in and out of this a few times. Okay, so he's using something good here. What's he got? Break a structure. All right, I mean, it can't hurt, right, to put it on there. Now, so again, so here's what's the downside here. This is Lux Algos. Again, I like Lux Algo, right? They do a lot of good stuff. But what's determining that as a break of structure? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Neither do you. Neither will they tell you. So you can't replicate it. But you understand why they want you to use their indicator, right? So if I can't understand it, if you won't tell me what you're defining the chalks and the bosses off of, well, you know, that's a negative to me. Okay, all right, so I digress. 1, 2, well, that's surely, well, yeah. I think you're here. Well, fuck, that's tricky. Because there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there, but this might, you have to break that down a little bit. All right, it doesn't matter, right? So here that's the question, right? Does it matter? I just immediately, as a puzzle solver, right, I'm drawn to it. Oh, is it right? 50, 5. Do I have a zigzag in here? Sure looks like I got an A. Oh, pardon me, it's a W, X, Q. Did we get a little off there? Right, we can't go X into a 5, into a Y, right? Oh, it looks like you could do it. You just got a little off track here. You got to do it this way. You just, you know, this is the kind of shit you learn when you're working on Elliott Wave. Which again, as I said before, the only way to learn Elliott Wave is to do Elliott Wave. You got to apply it. Okay, right. So I think that's just a quick correction there. Hopefully you see that. Let's see. Is this the Lux? Oh no, they have a good. Yeah, it is the Lux Algo. That's a good one. Their RSI. Let's update it. Oh no, that's the traditional. They have a good one. They call it Ultimate RSI. It's good. Just using different EMAs. Okay. 5. That's good. ABC. ABC. Right. So all good until you got here. Right. So you have to finish a Y as an ABC. So the only thing you missed here is that you'd go A, B. Well, I guess you'd do B there, and then you're gonna have to dig it out of here as a C, right? Then you got a Y, and then you can go 1, 2, and this is all very nicely done. So there's your 5. Oh shit, that's a little harsh. Okay, let's dig in there. All right, again. The other thing, just let's be real, right? You can't expect Elliott Wave to be perfect in every market at every time frame forever, right? There are going to be times where you have to go with what the implied swing structure is. It's not going to be perfect. Nothing's perfect in the market. What do we got on here? I think so. He's got fair value gaps. Okay, that's all right. You've got, well, that's fractal based. That's better of the two. Here's the Y. So, oh, I see what he's doing. Okay, so we're going out of here as a diag 3. Yeah, that makes sense. Pardon me. Okay, I got you. Oh, that's a bummer right there. Let's go to a 4. Oh yeah, I guess you can get it. You just need that, right? And then it clears up. So let's brighten that up a little bit. So this has to be A, B. Fuck. Shit, I don't really know what matters. Jesus Christ, that's a tricky one. I'd probably do it here again. At the end of the day, what is it, right? It's consolidation. Squeeze, 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 right? You know, you don't even have to look, right? You know it's going to be there. You know it's going to be a squeeze, right? So from the squeeze, expansion. Are these you drawing those in? Oh, I guess they are. That's you drawing that, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Good, right? Always good to do that, right? It's a good discipline to get into, right? Get up, you know, some people will use an indicator to do it, but it's always better if you do it yourself. So we're doing a leading diag, right? So, yeah, okay. So I got 3, 3, 3. You have to do it this way. This is a little tight, but you have to do it this way. And that 3. Whoops. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see. All right, so we're good. So what are we doing here? That looks like That looks like 5. Let's go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so we got a clear. Well, hang on. 1, 3. Grab your 7th grader. Or this one, maybe you get the 7th grader for this one. There's 5. Is that a 3? It's a 3. Oh, what do we got here? Is that a 5? Oh, it looks like a 5. What's next? A 3. Did we get a 3? Oh, sure looks like a 3. What do we got here? Look like a 5? Well, it looks like a 5. I don't know if it's done. But sure, it went into a double. Where do we go into a double? At the support that he drew. 5 followed by 5. So your assumption would be here is, again, there's no knowing, there are no absolutes, but your assumption would be we're not done yet. Do I know that? No, I do not know that. Nobody knows that. What do we assume? What do the markets usually do? That's all we're doing. What do they usually do? What's your other choice? I'm going to look for what they normally don't do. That's not going to be your choice, would it? I'd like to think not. What do they normally do? Where might I run into some resistance? Oh, he's already drawn it, right? He just does his in dots at the golden zone for a B. Do I want to trade the B? Well, I wouldn't avoid it. If I get what makes the B the sweetest, right? Because it'll draw retail in if we get a 5 here. They'll be chomping at the bit, right? Even just a little root, because they won't have any. They'll have rudimentary Elliott knowledge, right? So they'll see, oh shit, oh fuck, oh it's an impulse, oh that's it, oh we're going, right? They'll buy into this. Oh, and if they buy into this, right, that's even worse for them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So they're thinking, oh, it's 1, 2, 3. Now, we can't say with certainty that it wouldn't be. It's just what would your first thought be here? Wouldn't that be the first thought? Oh fuck, I've got a 5 followed by a 3, and it's a zigzag. Are you buying that? Serious question. Order block. Who's buying it there? At the golden zone. Only retail buys that. Because they don't know it's there. Or they haven't paid attention to Elliott Wave Theory, right? They don't understand 5s and 3s that only, it's going to break out. Now, when I say that, I don't mean to say it can't break out. Oh, it could never do that. It could never do that, right? Because it must do this. It must now come down. No, that's never what we're saying. No, but I sure as hell wouldn't buy that. Why? What? Okay, take the range. This is another thing. Retail they don't give it any consideration, right? Am I buying in the premium or the discount? That's log scale. We could probably take it out of log scale. 5. Do I need log scale here? 250. I might. Doesn't matter. Don't do that. Well, you might say, "Oh fuck, man! What if it goes? What if that turns into a 3 and you were just completely wrong and this wasn't A, B, C and you were all wrong here and now it's going." Okay. Did you miss it? Are you out of the trade? Oh fuck! Well, I can never trade RUNE again because I missed the 2. I can't ever do that. Or are you just sitting here waiting for this? Oh shit! Oh, swept the high. Oh shit! I guess I was wrong here. I can trade the 5. And if you were like, oh shit, I was sure that was a C. God, I can't believe that turned into an impulse. Did you miss it? Did you? Or are you now just sitting here, oh shit, well, that surprised me, but I know what's likely next. We're right back to. Where'd you buy it? Here. You're right back to where you bought it. So you didn't miss shit. That was all in your mind. Oh fuck, I tell you what happens? Oh FOMO, fuck. See, where do you buy it? Right on the breakout. That's what retail does. Because they don't pay attention to context, right? They don't understand, oh shit, that's not likely to do it. But if it does, oh well, there's the 5. What's after the 5? And I'm right back to where we started. I wouldn't teach this shit if there was something better. I really would not. I would teach that. Okay, Griff. Let's see. So Q, I got RUNE. Hopefully that helps you with RUNE. Griff is back. ING. Okay, so I got his here. Let's see. Copy link. Let's see if that works. See if I can do it right on that. PONKE token at a fantastic buy price. More money. PONKE token? God damn it. I swear to God. This actually pisses me off. I just saw yesterday that there's a crypto called Fart Coin. Okay, chuckle. It just gives the whole industry such a bad name, right? We don't need that shit, right? We're trying to get people to take this seriously as an asset class, and people are creating Fart Coin. Come on, guys. Now, despite that, right? Somebody will probably make $1 million with it, but it just keeps it juvenile, right? It's like, oh, you went from your PlayStation to now you're a crypto trader. Let's hope we get beyond that. Okay, I digress. INJ, Injective to the dollar on MEXI. Always makes me think it's from Mexico. It's weird, right? Or whenever I see it, I'm like, oh, it's a Mexican exchange. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, so WXYY. I shouldn't say it that way. Well, Griff, it seems like you're a little quick to go to the WXY, right? So is that a 3? Is that an ABC? Well, maybe. Okay. Well, let's get in there. Oh fuck. Okay. INJ. Oh, shit. I gotta get rid of that one. So where's a live one? Oh, I guess I can do it here. INJ USDT on MEXI. Okay, number one question first, always when you bring up a chart. Do I need to be in log scale? Well, let's get out of... Do I need to be in log scale? Yes. Okay, all right, grab your 5th grader. Okay, we can probably all agree here. Oh, that's a little... Oh, shit, it wouldn't matter if it was over here. Might be over here. A, B, all right, that might be do it. All right, again, this is a reflex. I just do it reflexively. I always do it. So, okay, all right. Do I need to be at the same better if I'm in log? Well, we kind of have, I prefer to get, if I can get it out of log, I want to go down to something smaller. But we're 52 to, you're kind of stuck with it. But sometimes you can do the TA here. Okay, so let's go back to your image. So why you're on a 4-hour? Why the WXY? Well, let's. I'm not saying it's not that, but let's just dig in there a little bit. Here's the same consolidation they all did. Same thing. Let's just call this demand, right? So it turns out to be demand, and now we've come right back to it. We just used the low there, right? What are we doing? What are we doing? Regulation, deregulation, deregulation. Giving it all back. Well, so what do you want? You're trying to get it. The implication is you're going lower. All right. Well, let's go with your count. A, B, C. I think is what we'd have to do there. 1, 2, 3. It's skinny. It's there. 3, 4, 5. Wow. That is the higher high, just barely. Good example of when you know they're about to just completely rip people's face off. Right there. There's a whole new, well, I don't know if it's new, but approach to TA, CRT, or kind of dumb. But I don't know. Some people swear by it. So they're getting rich with it. Candle range theory, right? So that would be the turtle soup, which is. I shouldn't be critical, but most of the ICT stuff is just taken from other traders, right? In history, right? Wyckoff, a whole lot of Wyckoff in ICT, right? He just gave it new names. Right? It's not to his credit, right? He gave him new names. Okay, ABC. Let's call that a W, X. So let's see if we can finish this here. W, X. Well, that could fly right there. All right. So I see what you're thinking. Oh, I got another X. All right, so do you see what I'm doing? I'm just working backwards, right? So I've got a 3 here, right? Okay, well, it can't be a ABC. Well, it could be, but since it's an X, right, I got to work backwards. So that would give me the Y. So his implication would be I'm going to get another X here. And this is going to be, oh, wow, are we going that far down? This would be the ABC. I guess we are. That's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't ignore that when they're that clear, right? So that's a 5. Ooh, that's tricky. Ah, shit, I think you'd have to do it this way. 1, 2. Well, let's just put it here for a second. I don't love that. Should almost feel like we have to do it over here. Right? It doesn't quite work, right? That's very common to have to do this, right? Go, oh, okay. Can I put it here? Can I put it here? Where do I put it? Right? You just kind of float them off here, and then, okay, what do I have to work with here? It's like a 5. But I don't get an impulse, right? So it all just, it kind of breaks down over here. The initial thought. If you're right here, you're thinking, oh shit, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Oh. Wah, wah. So I see your thinking, right? Well, because we kill the impulse here. I'm going to be inclined to agree with you. Let's just make it simple. We have a tendency to overcomplicate things. So let's do it that way. Oh shit, so that means I got to redo it here. Okay, so I'm getting there. Who gave me this? Griff. I'm getting there. And it takes me a minute to follow along. Okay, so W, X, Y, X, Z. Second X being higher is not ideal, but there it is. I'll put it in yellow. Well, we can't be done. Oh gosh, hang on, I shouldn't say that. What do we need, right? If this is going to play as the B, A, B, C. Even that is iffy. Oh fuck, I don't know that it matters, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to do it as a diag. Something like this looks like it might be. I don't love that, but it doesn't look like I've got another choice there. X, C. That's a 4. Let's go to a 1. Do I have it there? And that's, they all kind of did the same thing, right? We got disappointing reaction off of what could have been done here. It has the ingredients. Well, you can, I see it, same idea. I would work backwards, right? So it looks like I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I work from this pivot backwards, we're going to truncate, right? Again, truncation is last resort, right? Only if this would have to take off for me to lock in on that as a 5. My assumption would be one more swing down, but again, that's an ass assumption. Lowest close. Still, right? It would be. It's not like a truncation doesn't happen. I'm just going to go there only if I have to. So it's one more example here. Oh, I'm out of log, right? So I can do this and say, okay, well, since I'm not sure, why take the risk? Okay, give me a 5. I'll take this. I'll take that one. I'm going to buy it at the same place. You know, with probability, right? I don't know that. But that's what I would do. Rather than, oh, that's it. Oh, that's definitely it. What's the very first thing it has to overcome? Right? Again, this is, don't forget. It's got to overcome that fucker right there. Right? Because it'll be sitting there waiting, right? It's just software. It's going to be sitting there, right, with the target down here. And that might, maybe that gets you done. It doesn't really, it's not, this is the deepest pullback, right? So it's not a great looking Elliott play. What are you going to do with that? God, talk about an area of liquidity that you don't want to, well, you've got the order block there, but all of these, see, this is just sitting there. That's just ripe to be grabbed, right? This one already got grabbed. This is get used to letting your eye see this, because it happens. What happens? This is what the market does, right? Where are we going to get liquidity? Oh, we're not going to get it lower. Oh, let's get it higher, right? Internal to external. We haven't got the external yet. Where's the external? Internal liquidity grab. External, internal. It rotates, right? It's astonishing how consistent that is, right? It's a very, very amazing, right? Again, credit to ICT for putting that in everybody's face. This looks like you almost have a truncation here. So let's finish it. Can we finish it? A, B, C. I wait, right? If there's any doubt in my mind, I wait, because I know likely I'm going to be able to buy at the same place. Okay, that's Injective. I hope that helps, right? Your work is quite good, right? I was a bit quick to dismiss the WXY, but it looks like you've got it. Looks like you nailed it. But just like anyone, when you're doing the TA, right? I'm not comfortable getting there unless I work through the whole thing myself and come to the same conclusion, right? So that's all I did. So hopefully people watching go, oh, okay, all right, I see the process. That's what we hope for. Dr. Alban is giving me WIF. I swear to God, I looked at this the other day and I thought Wi-Fi. I was like, oh, we have a new Wi-Fi asset. I think I had been about 3 hours into a live stream on that one. Okay, hang on. I know I'm not losing you guys over here. Shit, maybe I am losing you guys. But I'm going to get to some of those requests. Let me copy that. Dr. Alban, he puts everything on top. It's funny, right? You get used to something and you can't switch, right? So I literally it's weird for me to see that. And I'm going to do this because this is just what my brain gets used to. Okay, and I take that off because I want to put it underneath. What do we got? WIF. WIF has gotten a bit tricky. Okay, right? So I really shouldn't have to do this, but I'm assuming you guys can all see this, right? If not, grab your 5th grader. They'll help you. Okay, 3, complexity 3, right? So it has to be WXY, right? At this point. Okay, this is kind of interesting what he's done here, right? So 1, 2, I like that, right? So impulse 3 with an impulse inside the impulse. That's very nice work, Dr. Alban. Very well done. So let's put this in the right order. Get that. Ooh, yeah, I remember looking at this for a video that I did. I remember that finish. It's a little bit, ooh, we're doing it as a diag. And you got a couple of spots here. Well, I guess we are doing it as a diag, right? So we get a pretty good overlap here. Oops. Okay, I'm just going to switch this just, again, old brain. Where are you? Well, so first I want to see, how did the 4 do? 2 to the, if this is the 2, pretty deep, but in a diag, since we have the overlap here, I'm always interested, how did it look between the start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3, right? 50 is the ideal spot. Don't quite get there. It looks like we ran into this unmitigated order flow, right? That's bullish order flow. Tagged it. You note that, right, it had been unmitigated, right? They got a toe into it. There's a 5 that rips that up. But so we actually don't want a 5 there. Can we, oh, let's see. Can we do this as a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5? But it has to, yeah, I guess we can do that. All right, let's go with that. And then as he had it noted, right? So we're coming down now. We've gone through here. So we lose Al. Now, when I say that, it can't be, oh, shit, I guess that's not going higher. No. All right, how do you get Al back? Right there. Get him back. And he'll be there waiting. Okay, yeah, what are you kind of stuck with a slop chop there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got a good B. Looks like that's past the golden. Nope, look at that. Again, I can show it to you every week, many times, but yeah. Do you see what it does there? Damn near tick to tick. Never forget it, right? You have to know where it is at all times, right? You have to know, or you'll see somebody bought right into it. You think they know the golden zone's there? Probably not. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Looks like we got a triangle there. Oh fuck. A, B. Well, we can't get a triangle into that. Wow, that is a weird one. If that's the 3, that, god damn. How am I doing that? A, B. Well, I don't have any choice here. That can't be corrective. Oof, that's a weird one. Oh, hang on there. That's going to bug me. Hang on. How do we get out of that? I'm trying to get a triangle in there. Can I do this? I got to count it out in my head. No, I can't do it there. Let's try here. A, B, C. Nope, can't get it, right? Because these are going by. So we're stuck with something weird. We're going to have to truncate. What is this, WIF? Well, oh, I'd probably have to. Here's what I would do. Right, when I'm stumped, I go to my team, right? I've got 3 master Elliotticians, right? And I go to them and go, guys, I don't see one here. What do you got? Right? And that's what I would encourage you to do, right? That's the advantage of being in our Discord, right? Certainly in one of the paid memberships, because then you can do the same thing. You're like, oh shit, man, let me go to a master Elliottician, right? These guys are much more advanced academically than I, right? I've got three master Elliotticians, right? That's their 3rd level. I'm only 1st level, right? But as I said before, I've just been trading longer than they have. But in terms of the academics of Elliott Wave, they're much better than I am. So, god damn, I don't know how we're going to get that done. I guess you're just going to have to do an A-B. Fuck. So you're going to have a big truncation here. That's a little weird. I kind of want to do 1, 2. I want to put the 4 here, but I can't quite see how to get it there. A, B, whew. Because then it fits a little better if I can do it that way. 1, 2. Yeah, I get a diag in here. Even that is, what are you doing with that? That's squirrely, right? So when in doubt, stay out. Okay, is it 1, 2? Maybe. Really, what I see here is just kind of a pocket of congestion. But that's not bad news, right? Because what do I know is going to... Now, this is with absolute fucking certainty. What do I know is going to come from that? Expansion. I don't know which way it's going to go. There's no knowing, but I can look at the context here and go, well, okay, did I finish something here? Is that 1, 2? Well, that might fly. If this is 1, 2, 3, it's going to need a trigger, What's that going to be? Or are we just going to roll over again, go lower, lower, lower? That one's going to bug me until I get the solution on that. That's because I'm a puzzle solver, right? So it'll drive me crazy if I can't get it. Okay, this just means, okay, do I have, oh well, that pivoted here. Let's get, you know it's going to be a squeeze, right? Or just have come out of a squeeze, right? Black is squeeze. Well, I'm on a 30-minute. Yeah, it's in a squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2 hour. There you go. I think you see it better on a 2 hour here. Squeeze. So if I were to match it to the squeeze, squeeze. Tight. Tight. Now, don't guess. Let it do it. What's likely to come? Now, assume, right? You know, it might be this. Right? We can't assume it. But if it's doing this, what's likely down here? A bunch of unfilled orders, right? So that's the one. Oh shit, one I would take down here, right? Come back here. Anybody need to get on board? No reason to rush a trade there. How am I doing on time? Oh shit, there's 1:30. Oh fuck. Oh, and Moyed down there, first time posting. Okay, I got to get to him. Depeche, share a link for TradeDevils. Depeche is helping out, right? I'd hire Depeche if we didn't. He's such a good analyst. Okay, Depeche is just helping out there with Griff, telling him to post a link. But Depeche, did you not post? Well, look at that. He's just helping out. Okay, so fellow trader, I'm having trouble with sharing. If you can't give me Eigen, Depeche, I will do it next time. Right? Okay, so Depeche is helping out. All right, so let's go to, fellow trader, what do you want? Eigen? Fuck, well, I don't know what their symbol is. Eigen tether. Well, all right, let's do that. All right, he's probably over here. I think he's out of the States. Okay, Eigen. Let's go. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's a pain because it fucks up the... I think we've seen this before. You got to get that off the chart. So let's start it right here. Okay, let's come down. Oh. Oh, that got ugly in a hurry. Boy, that's a lot of chop. Well, already I can't say I love that because I've got to get you off there. Okay, so here's our starting point. Something like that, I might go to a line, see if it's any easier. Well, that's the 4. One, two. This is a little fucker here. And let's try and keep it simple. That's a whole lot of diag going in up there. I'd finish it here. A, B. Looks like we're coming down here. So let's try that. Again, I don't know. You got to try stuff on for size. Let's see how that fits. Because I can see the 5 here. So somehow I got to reconcile. It looks like I'm finishing with a diag here. There's a big diag. A, B, C. It looks like I finish here. All right, again, I don't know. I don't know. Sure, looks like I might be able to do it here. 1, 2. Maybe not. Okay, all right, so on closer look, right, there you go. All right, welcome to the sausage party. Or maybe the sausage making, I should say. Let's push this off. Sausage party is what happens at most bars. Yeah, at least it used to in my day when I was going to bars. No, fuck. Alright, so maybe I don't need this one. So this one's got to go up a degree. And then this one's got to go up a degree. Oh, fuck. Come here. So we get to 5 of a 5 of a 5. I think we got it, except that's got to go. I got to change that color. Okay, all right, so I think we got it. It's always I know it's a little pain in the ass, but if you don't separate the colors or change the degrees, it's very easy to get lost on what's connected to what, right? Okay, so so coming down here, 1, 2, not too hard, 3, 4, 5. Well, looks like we're through the golden. Just chopping around at it. But that broken is broken. Broken is broken, so we don't have him here. It's perfectly reasonable for an A wave, right? So, yeah, we got lows here, new lows. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you got to be careful, right? That this isn't an internal 4. Okay, if that's 1 and that's 2 here, right? That's solid. No, that's a completed impulse. That's not the greatest. Okay, well, let's see if we can count it out. 1, 2. I'd be 3, 4 here. Right, because I've got to get the second. I've got to get the impulse in here. Right, it's not optional. Ooh. Ugh. Let's see if I can do it here. Something bright. All right, now I'd have a trunk here. A, B, C is a candidate. Because this looks like it's 5, and that's 3. So let's see if I can get that to fly. I'm going to bring you up a degree just so we stay consistent. Okay. So it has to be, well, at this point now it has to be diag. Can we get it done here? Maybe I can get it done over here. No, I can't. So it has to fit. If this is going to hold, let me show you. I'm thinking in my head, right? So I want to be done here. Because one possibility here, I mean, I want to be, right? I don't know if I can. But one possibility is here. We've got. Oh, that's going to be deeper. So let's go to platinum. Oh, where are you? Right, so we got a 786, but it's a nice 3, and this looks like I get a candidate for a 5 here. So if it's not an ABC, right, see the problem with the ABC, right? I've got an impulse here, and I turn it into a diag. So this would have to be ABC. Hopefully I'm not losing you guys thinking out of my head here. 1, 2. See, it fucks us up a little bit. So, okay, that's something here. Get you guys on board with my brain. Okay, so this is a 5. Whether we finish it here, can we finish it here? Right. So I want this to be done here. I don't know if I can do it or not. So this would be 1 or A. Well, let's change that. So can I get an A to finish here? B. C. Can we make that fly? I'm not sure. No. That's a mighty skinny B. Why are we trying so hard to make this fly? That's the question. Okay, all right. So this is unmitigated order flow. It's just had a couple of little tags to get into it. But I shouldn't assume everybody's bullish, but I think for the most part, right, we're all crypto bulls, right? We want it to go higher. So 1, I want this to be a 2. How can I get it? I can't. Yeah, when in doubt, right? It's just it's too squishy. I'm on a 1 hour. It's like, oh fuck, I don't know. Maybe A, B, truncate the C, and this. Well, but I got a new low here, right? So then you're like, oh, well, fuck, that doesn't work. So do I do it here? But then I'm finishing with a 3. That doesn't work. So you're a little bit stuck, right? Like, oh, okay. Well, stuck is not a bad thing. It's if I can't see it, I'll wait. Because it'll show itself, right? The market always reveals itself eventually, right? So you can look in here and go, okay, squeeze, 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 right? What's the date here? Oh, here, this is recent. So can I be done here? Well, then this would have to be A. Maybe this is A, oh fuck, A, B, C. This would have to be 1, 2. Oh, where's that B? You have to do it like this. It's not out of the possibility, because that looks more like 5 than 3. So let's see if we can put something together. Oh, fuck, come here. Okay, that's too iffy for me. Now, that's me, right? If you see it and you want to take a run at it on Eigen. Okay, so remember, right, again, this is more power of Elliott Wave. If that's going to be 1, 2, right, then there is no option here other than an impulse, right? We're going to get an impulse here, right? If this is a 1, 2. Well, if I know I'm going to, well, no, right? If it's going to go higher, it's highest probability it's going to do it as an impulse. Well, if it's going to do it as an impulse, then I have to start with a 1, 2. So, okay, is that the 1, 2 here? Oh, could be. Again, let somebody else pick the turn, right? Because they're saying, oh, yep, that's the turn right there. Even though I've got a very shallow B after this massive A, it's not really balanced. But again, the market doesn't have to balance. It's going to do what it's going to do. Can we get a valid count here that would make sense? Okay, it's a little bit of a stretch here because it's a little abnormal. This is what you're saying the correction is. A, B, C. It's not like it doesn't happen. It's just a little irregular. And nobody likes to be a little irregular. So I'll wait. Okay, show me a 1 here. Show me a good 5. It could be a diag, but show me a 5, because I know after that 5 is going to come a 3. And I'll get in right here. I'll take it right here. Because I had confirmation here. Not only to that, I mean, I can see obvious liquidity targets. Well, that's the obvious one. I got another one here. I got another one. Oh, come here. Get off of there. I got another one here. Liquidity, right? Grab it, grab it, grab it, right? If we're going to do that, right? Those are plenty of, oh, what? Oh, liquidity grab. Well, that confirms I got a good low here, because now I've had a change of character here. I'll take the retrace. I'll take it right here and get the 3. Oh, fuck, get out of there. Get the 3. Of the 3. Right, remember, if you want to get into our belt system, purple belt, right? We only let you try. We do this very, very deliberately because it will help you so, probably more than anything else in the belt system. It forces you to say, you can only, well, you know, fuck, you trade what you want, but if you want to pass the belt system, you can only trade 3s and Cs. Which means you're only trading impulses, right? Because that's the easiest thing to trade, right? The corrections are where all the challenges in Elliott Wave, right? It's the corrections. There's 26 different types of corrections. I only got 2 types of motives. I got a diag and I got an impulse. Okay, well, within that impulse, where's the money ball, right? Third wave. Same thing with a C. It's going to be a 5. Right? It's that we do that. I'd probably help you more than anything you've ever done as a trader. To limit yourself to just those, right? Because once you can trade those, right, the other stuff comes easy. All right, let me keep going. Holy shit. Okay, shit, I'm running long here. Well, fuck, what the fuck, right? New Year's Day, let's do a long one. Okay, Griff is commenting on Depeche, cool. Oh, okay, I got 1, 2, 3 more. All right, we'll be done. And then I'll try and get more money. Wants PONKE token? Fuck. I'll try and get that one. Okay. Q. You giving me a chart? Yeah, he is giving me a chart. Right? And we've asked these guys to, if you're not a paid member, a little new restriction we put on them. If you're not a paid member, we ask that you give us a chart. You can see most of these guys trying to do it. Members, right? They can post whatever they want. But if you're in the free Discord, not to be dicks about it, we just want to say, okay, well, don't just come in and say, give me a chart of such and such, right? Like, okay, put a little, show me you're making an effort to learn, right, and apply our methodology, and not just coming in to get some, chart jockey to work for you. Okay, so that's not what we're about or what we're trying to do. The whole point is for you to do it. Okay, so this is, this is Coti. Coti? Fuck, I don't even know what Coti is. C-O-T-I. Zero idea, right? Does it matter? No. I have no idea what they're about, what they do, why they exist, what their use case is. Can I still trade it? I don't know. Is that a 5? Is that a 3? Do I need to know what they do? Not really. No, if I was going to take a big position in it, I'd want to know a little bit more about what's their use case. This is a little funky. Oh, I think what he's doing here, he may have gotten out of the books, right? There's times where you can, let's stay traditional. The thing you might consider, right? Often, right, doing something like this, there's a little bit of, when you have a double, it can be, you might want to experiment a little bit with which one, but I'd start here. What does that mean as a technician? Ooh, that's mighty close. Looks like we got wicks going through. Nope, we got closes below. So we lost the golden. Well, when I say that, so we lost the algo golden, right? But once we have a pivot here, okay, this is a good example. Once we get a pivot low and we start to move away, that means, right, you've heard me say this for 6 years, 80% probability we get there. 80%. But 80 is not 100. Right? People say, oh, 80%, well, it's definitely going to get there. Well, slow down, right? 80 is not 100. Failure to get there creates a move equal to or greater than the move that failed to get there. Well, now we're not, we've got time. I've seen them take years to get there and then hit it to the tick, right? Because who uses these? Big time algos, hedge funds, right? Who doesn't use these, right? With 80% probability, it is the least used technical tool, and it's in every single technical package, yet nobody uses it. Most people lose money in the markets. Astonishing to me. It's like, what, are you stupid? Ugh, that's the wrong word to say. If you heard that there was something that had 80% probability, wouldn't that be the first fucking thing you'd put on the chart? Why do you think there's a pitchfork in the middle of my logo? That's where TradeDevil came from. It's not some fucking satanic worship. It actually came from me being at my stepson's, was at the University of Arizona or Arizona State. Fuck, I can't remember now. And they were the Sun Devils. And there were pictures of the little guy with a pitchfork when I was thinking of a brand for this. And I was like, Sun Devils, Sun Devils. What about TradeDevils with a pitchfork in the middle, right? Amazingly, it was available, right? When you're trying to build a brand, right? Finding a brand name, not so easy. It's not been taken. Okay, back to the point. Okay, so I'm coming out. I've got a corner pocket here, not a golden, because we've broken the golden. Even at a log scale, right? It's going to be lower, right? So, looks like I got a 3 there, doesn't it? So your first thought would be, oh. Well, if you're right here, you're thinking, see, this is a good example. You're thinking, oh, shit, okay, well, I missed the golden, but that's a 1, 2. Oh, I'm going to go 3, 4. I'm going to get, Well, okay, what's one possibility here? ABC, it's corrective. So this would be A, B, and now, right, we're going to fail the golden. We're going to be in the 20% or the corner. We're going to fail the corner. We're going to go down, and it's going to be equal to or greater than that pivot. Because I've got, this looks... Oh, Jesus, this is well, it does look more like it's a, well, here's this sideways here would draw my attention right off the bat, right? Okay, so consolidation. What comes from consolidation? Expansion. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4? Ooh. Oh, it looks like you finish with a 5 here. Here's the 4, right? The funky. God, it's not very well balanced, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. It's a little oddly shaped in terms of the balance. This, you might be able to work that as a combo. I don't know that it matters, right? So we got a hard pivot here. Okay, so coming off the pivot, is there? I'm on a daily, so sometimes I go, shit. Okay, let's go down. Let's dig in there. Maybe there's more in the subdivision here that might clarify some of this. Can I get out of this as something other than a diag, right? Because we don't really want the diag. But here it is. Oh man, you got a lot of these. Oh, I actually don't. I'd have to. It just takes my eye a second to get used to these. Okay, so let's go back to the 4. So well, I guess that's there. Okay, so this is, what are we pinging here? What is this? Okay, so that there. So here he is, right? So here's the one we're pulling here. Well, this thing is. All right, we're hitting a lot of wicks going through the 707, right? So for Coti, I don't know why. Here it is again, right? They're getting wicks through. All right, so it's the diag, right? It's the bull bear battle, right? There's no commitment to trend, so that's why you see the overlaps of the swings right here again. It looks like it just breaks it, just wicks it. That I would, that's algo probably still in play because we just wick here and we don't close and we don't get the liquidity here. So that was likely. So you can look at it and go, okay, what happened there? You can probably see like that liquidity was grabbed right there. Right, that's the the footprint, if you will, of liquidity grab. It's not just that it moves higher. It's look how it moves higher. Look at the displacement. It's like, oh my God. So the guy who's sitting here, the guy who's sitting here with his stop at, one tick under the 65 because he watched a video of mine and he's like, oh shit, well, I know that's 65, right? Oh, right. That's why that's why I put the 707 on here, right? So people can see it. It's a good idea, not just the 65, because now it's not like that's new information, right? So the 707, for stop placement, consider that. 786 often can be too far, right? So the 707 square root of 50, right, is often why that's considered a good choice. Okay, all right. So if that's the 4, looks like a 5 there. Okay, so let's make that a little bit bigger. All right, A, B, C, 1, 2. Right, he didn't fill out all the labeling, but it's there. 4, 5. All right, so how do we spot the 4? Right, a nice 3 here of consolidation. Right, look here. There's a great example, right? So the 3 is the pump, right? So that's the highest point in EWO, right? It's just a split between a 34 and a 5, right? That's all it is the difference between two moving averages expressed as a histogram. But it shows us where the aggression is, where traders aggressive, right? Where's the big push? What do we want in the 4? We want the 4 to come right back down to the 0, and if it's in a squeeze, all the better, because what do we know comes from the squeeze? Right? Yeah, I know you know, right? Expansion. Right, so see the 4 into a squeeze, but now look at that, right? So, oh shit, I got much higher prices here. Whoa, what happened here? Why isn't that going? Well, if you see that, don't do nothing. Whoa, heads up. Especially if you can complete a 5 here. Don't just go, well, let's just see what happens. Because it's true, right? If it kicks, right, this can come back up. But once you go underneath that, oh, things have changed. Well, you can see it right here. Oh shit, who is that? He's using Lux Algo's market structure. I can't tell if that's from prior one. I think that is, right. When I do the copies, I get your stuff over there. Okay, so I wouldn't call that a break of structure. I'd call that a change of character. But there it is, right. It's like Elliott Wave, right? Some people are going to disagree about the labeling, right? But what we can say for certainty here is something changed, right? We're going higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Oh, whoa. We just took out the last swing low that created a new high. So change of, break of structure, or change of character, label it accordingly to how you count them. What I can say, because you've heard me say this many times, you cannot trade Elliott Wave and not be trading market structure. They're totally ingrained with one another. Because what's happening here, right? This might be A, B, C. This is 3, 4, 5. You're sweeping that low, right? It's part of the market structure. We don't get a new high here, right? So you might think, oh, it's just a change of character and we're going to go up to new highs, but we do not get, right? See, you can't separate the two. We do not get the break of structure up here. You don't get it. Oh, because you'd have been like, oh, well, swing, retrace, new high, right? Break of structure, what, and then retrace, right? Because this was the break of structure. Right? You can't get to a 5 without the break of structure of a 3. Duh. Right? You can't do it. You can't separate the two. It is market structure. It's the OG of market structure. Right? The ICT just he looked at Wyckoff, Elliott, Dow. He looked at a bunch of stuff. Well, let's repackage and relabel it, remarket it. And, the guy's made, I don't know, $5 million repackaging prior TA. To his credit, right? You can call me jealous if you want. I think he's ripped off a lot of people, but I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't know. I don't know the guy. Okay. All right. So here's a 3. All right. So we got 5. So we're doing this as a diag. It's kind of ugly, but it's a leading diag. So what are we anticipating? We're anticipating a 3 to correct it. I'm going to push that off just for a second, just to clear up the chart. Okay. So in this, oh yeah, let's put that on there so we see it a little bit better. Okay. 3, 3, 3. I'm always interested in what's happening at the start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3. So let's back check that. That's what we saw there, right where the wick went through. Now we go completed 5. Enough? Is that the launch you want? Right. So his thought is, oh, well, that's not well, it's certainly not impulsive. Now, it could turn. That could be 1, 2. It's kind of look below, right? Squeeze. Not squeeze. The reason you always want to pay attention to a squeeze is because a squeeze is not bad news. Squeeze is good news. Oh, squeeze. Something's coming out of that. Right? When you see a squeeze, don't go, oh, fuck, I can't trade. It's a fucking squeeze, right? Well, you don't necessarily want to enter during a squeeze because you're rolling dice. Context could help, but this could roll over. This could come south. There's nothing that says that's the pivot. Well, even more so because you got such a shitty start here. Oh, I'm coming off of my corrective low and I'm going to get that? No, that's not bullish. But it could turn bullish, right? It could turn bullish. So you got to wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Very easily do that, right? But then you'd expect the 4 to be a little bit more complex, right? If we had this sideways chop slop, right? It's waiting. It's waiting for a trigger. Maybe that's a whale. Maybe it's this, right? You can't assume in a squeeze. You got to wait. What's your fucking hurry? Wait. It will show itself. There's no count there. All right, let me go. Let me keep going. FTM. Hang on. Okay, leave here. God, I'm going way long today. Oh, shit, it's 2 o'clock. Well, I don't know if anybody's still listening or not. I don't know. It's such a weird thing to talk to yourself for 3 hours. Okay, well, if anybody's still listening, I guess I'll keep going. I always think people will watch the live stream after the fact, and students will watch during to get the sausage making, I should emphasize. Most people, well, they watch after the fact because they go to a coin they're interested in. Okay, so this is JASMY. All right, I got this and one more. Okay, we're almost done. Oh, and then I'm going to do PONKE token, just because it's too weird to not do it. Okay, this is something that George Howard, what do you go by here? George Howard, what is John Howard, right? He uses a pseudonym. He's taken to doing these, right, to kind of show parallels between prior swing structures, right? History and doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. Could that be what we're doing? I was in this. I made some money on this. Somebody showed this in a live stream, and I was like, whoa, that looks, I can't remember where it was. I think it was was earlier in the year. I think it was this, right? Somebody showed this on a live stream. I was like, holy shit, right? Is it? I'm not, if I see something on here and I like it, I often will go immediately and buy it after the live stream. Okay, so let me pull back here. Let's get to an 8 hour. Oh God, it's such a shame this Elliott Wave stuff doesn't work anymore. Really, really a shame. 5-3. Is there anybody gonna dispute the 5 there? Probably not. Okay, all right. So this has got a little funky over here. Look at the channeling, right? So good. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well now I got a little history in there. He's got these up here. I'm only moving this just so I can get in there. You know, the more interesting thing to me is here is that they didn't get this. They got this here. They got this one here. If I can get right on that. They got that one, but they didn't get that one. Right? Surprising, right? So to leave that, whoa. Boy, we came out here strong, right? Look, so you can just fair value gaps, right? It's displacement. That's what you're seeing with a fair value gap, right? It's value. There was unfairly, it moved so fast, right? So buyers and sellers didn't get a chance to participate there. Okay, 1, 2. Well, let's see here. Let's put that 1, 2. Well, just out of curiosity, right? Because do I need to dig it out of there? Oh, that's an 8. Let's go to a 4 here, because I got another 1, 2 there. So when I see that, then my first thought is, oh shit, okay, let's measure the first one. Let's see where we are. Okay, we've got, that's, you know, yes, they will go past that. Let's take it out of log just to see if we don't need it. What am I at here? 16 cents to 60. Well, that's more than 4 times the range. So I got to stay here. I got to stay in log. 1, 2. Well, there's no way around that other 1, 2. I got to use it. So you'd have to do this one here. You'd have to do it this way. All right, where do we stop progressing the trend? Right there. Let's take that down, put you in something bright. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, right? And it went 2, 6, 1, 8, right? Strong move. Now, because the 3 is so big, right? I'm a little surprised to see how deep that 4 is, but here we are, right? So let's. Interesting, right? So let's come here just to double. If it's not going to be technical here, I'm going to go back one, because that's what the algo is going to do. Algo doesn't care about your LA account. Yeah, that's a little surprising. But I'm going to go here because the 3 is so big. Okay, well, why W here? Let's go to a 1. Is that a 3? Phew, that's already tricky. That looks like a 5. Oh, I guess you can dig it out of there. I'm gonna just who gave me this? Q. I'm gonna move this over. Just again, it's a little bit of right. Remember, you start in pencil before you ink it. Let me push these out here just for a sec. So you'd have to get. You can get it here. So you'd have to do it this way. A, B, C. Oh, come here. So I'm inclined to think A, B. It's a little bit of a push. It seems a bit of a stretch, right? So if I have to come back to it, but that seems more impulsive, especially with the waterfall, then, you know, what do you want in a good 3, right? We want a W, X, Y, right? So it's a little... Yeah, we'll come back to it if we need it. Okay, so let's go A, B, C, and put the W here. So, oh, where'd you go? That's good there. So we'll go WX. Looks like it's, well, it's a mighty skinny B if that's the B. Let's come out of log if we can. It feels a little bit like this is what you want, right? So you're going to put it here. Okay, well, one, it's a little bit unusual for the Y not to at least, you know, challenge the W. I see that. That's a good looking A, right? I see what you're looking at there. 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't overlap 5, right? So I got a good A. Of course, it could be a 1, 2 as well. And we're going much lower. Well, this is, all right, we know what we're going to see below. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And this is a little bit of a wishful thinking. Same thing as where we started 3 hours ago. I'll wait for that. Show me the 5. Show me the 5. I'll wait for the 3. Going to get into the same place, likely, and get a bigger kick there. I think it's a little hopium here. More likely we come lower. You've already killed the algo, right? So, or he's not in, and you lost him twice. Although maybe he was here. He might have been here. Yep, there he is. Get this out of there so you can see him. He's always going to be there. You just got to find him. Right, you see it? Right there. They clear the target. Always, right? Every time, always going to be there, right? You just got to find him. Okay, let me get the last one. The very last one. Holy shit, this is a long one. First time posting, Mayo Wade. I don't know how to say that one. Mayo Wide. Mayo Mayed. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Let's see what you're up to. What are you looking at here? Let's see. Well, first, right, if you're first time, if you got the posting right, good for you. Oh, shit. White screen coming. Whoops, sorry guys, I hit the mute button. Yeah, fuck. Okay, I don't know how to say it. Moed. Okay, you wouldn't want. Let's see. Can I draw on this? I think I can't. Right. So this as an A, B, C. I might rethink that. But so I think that's just kind of a little Elliott Wave knowledge here. Over here it looks very good. So let's see if I can. If I do this, I'm going to lose. Oh, fuck. Here. I'm going to lose your. Oh, fuck. Where are we here? I'm going to lose some of your stuff here. Let's see if I can get most of it. I see your thinking, right? You're like, oh, well, it's not an impulse, right? And we come down to these lows here. I would just leave that off, right? Whatever it is, you know, it's a FIO Protocol. Yeah, what is this here? This is. I think that, let's just change that. Oh, yes, something. Oh, okay, I see what it is. So you're giving me levels. That's a good thought, right? You're on the right track. Okay, I mean, you're definitely on the right track here. There's a few little tweaks here. Well, I'd probably, this would be a WX. You don't quite get it there. I like your thinking, but Here's what I would do. I'd scrap all of this, right? So we want the hard right edge, right? So not to discount your prior work, but as we come back to it here, okay, so here's where I would start, right at this low. I like your thinking there, but I'm just gonna start from this low. And I like you doing this, right? I tried to do that a couple of times. I can't figure out how they're doing it. Okay, so I'm taking this off, not to be a dick, but just to I got to clear it up for me. Okay, so let's work off here. All right, so we can see. All right. So we know liquidity was grabbed there, right? So it's a good start to a launch, right? You always want to see that at a launch, right? Did they grab liquidity and fuck somebody there, right? Yes, they did, right? So did we come off of it with displacement? Yes, they did, right? How do we see the displacement? Fair value gaps, right? Unfair. So can we see a 5 here, right? Yeah, we can. Okay, so I got a 5 coming out of the chute after they swept liquidity at the low, right? So footprints of a whale sweep. Okay, so 1, 2. Now, is that technical? I don't know. Let's check it. Oh, shit, I got your stuff on here. So let's go back to, oh, all right. So we got wicks through. No close through, right? So just wicks, right? Wicks doing the damage. Let's get you right up there. Ooh, that's close. Yeah, I think that broke. It did break. All right, oh, God, that's so fucking close. Let's take it out of the log. Let's see if there's another way to look at it. Well, that's not helping at all. What do we have to be in log? What are we in here? 015. I guess that's 6 times the range, so I guess we do. Okay, well, let's just label it, right? What's the most obvious thing in front of us? Oh, let's put this in green here. We're going to use that. Oh, looks like you got it here. Some sort of A, B, C gets you done there. Oops. Into that. Okay, do we come out of here with an impulse? Well, not at first glance. Ooh, that's a bumpy ride to get there. Does it matter? I don't know that it does. Get that off. Well, one thing we can see, right? We get a corner pocket. Again, I can show these to you. There's your 80% right there. I know people are like, oh, come on, it's not gonna tag it and then reject, is it? It doesn't do that, right? It's only in the books, right? It's never gonna actually do. Well, do we think that's the 3? Seems unlikely, doesn't it? Right? I mean, I'm saying it couldn't be. It just seems unlikely. Well, we've already blown out the. Well, we'll take a look here. Right, so that suggests to me we've completed something here, and look what we do. Right, we do it as a 3. So I don't want to dig it in there real hard, but does that fly? Well, let's see. We'll look. I can't quite get an impulse into that. Let's see. All right, we got to work backwards, right? Can we finish this thing? It looks like maybe you can. All right, so let's dig in here, right? So we got to find the 5s and 3s. Looks, that's skinny, right? Skinny at the top. 1, 2. God, is it really there? You might even have to truncate that. No, I don't think that works. We got to go down to a 15, which I don't like to do. Oh man, that's you're scratching there. Yeah, I guess it's there, right? You got to really dig for it. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a bit of a stretch, but okay, let's go with it. Right, it seems to be what's implied here. 1, 2, you know, it's a little bit of a force fit. Okay, now I got to work backwards. Okay, so if I finish here, do I have a 1, 2, 3? Do I? I don't know that I do. Okay. Okay, well that looks like a good 1. Let's see if we, oh shit, I'm going to end up with a hard one here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have to do it as a diag, which is not your first hope of what you'd find there. Okay, I don't love that. Let's see if there's a better fit. Oh shit, I can feel myself. I can feel you guys getting sleepy because I'm getting hungry. W, A, B, C. Do I need that? Do I need this here? I can do A, B, C here. 1, 2. No matter how I slice it, I end up with overlap, right? So I've got sloppy Elliott. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a good impulse. A, B, C. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. He's ending with a hard one here. Now let's see if this gives me any help. Where's the punch? Here? Well, here, obviously. $70. Where's the big kick? Here. Well, this kind of fucks me, right? So I shouldn't say that, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 5 there. So I can't quite get. I can't get a completed impulse there. Now it could be because I'm getting tired and hungry. Looks like that's going to have to do as an ABC. Even if I'm A, B, C, I think I'm stuck with that. Well, okay, if it's a diag, right, so that does a couple of things. I've got an impulse here. I've got a correction here. I don't have an impulse here. Annoyingly, I don't have one. Unless you could force fit the shit out of it, but you know you're doing it when you're doing it. So okay, it's not an impulse. Quit trying to make it an impulse. Okay, if it's a 3, that's not necessarily bad news. Because what that means is that this, well, that would be here. Let's finish it. This would be a 1, right? If it's a diag, are we going to do this as a diag? Well, it's a little much to make that assumption right out of the gate. What have I not used here? But I don't want to force fit that into an impulse. So ABC, all of that says to me, hurry up and wait, right? And now we're doing, that looks like you might have a little 1 in that, which would make me think, right, if we're already, since I've got an ABC here, right, I'm going to do A, B, C, right, as a leading diag. It's a tough one. I think we lost this one too. Nope, there it is. There's your golden, right? So there, sooner or later, you're going to find something, right? Because something's always there, right? Something technical. There are no random pivots, right? It's just a matter of finding what they are, what's caused them. Right, so there's your perfect golden, and we get a 5 that comes out of that. So this is a fucker. Now this could be, fuck, I don't know how long they've been around, what their use case is. They're still getting ramped up or going, right? You can talk yourself into all those sorts of reasons, but I'm not going to play that as an impulse because it's not an impulse. I want it to be, but 1, 2, oh, it looks like it's great, but that 1, that's way too deep for a 4. You want the 4 to stay within those bands. That's the idea of those bands. You don't want it to be pushing outside of those bands for a good 4. You like a squeeze, come right back to 0 and then go. That's too deep. So it makes me think it's not. Now, here's another possibility, right? So if this is not getting, I mean this, right? So remember that's one-time use, right? So that's already burned, so that we don't need that anymore. It's burned. Okay, right? So here's the other possibility that we're still working over here if we come out to a higher time frame here. So this, let's take this down. I suppose, right? Probably somebody watching here said, hey, dude, what about a WXY? I'm adding commentary for you guys. All right, so we know we got that target there. Now, just because we have a target doesn't mean it's going to get there, but we can understand why the pivot there, which is always the question. Why does it stop there? Why there? Is it order flow? Is it no? You hear me say that 1,000 times. Okay, that could be an X, and we're going to come down into a some weak shit here, right? Doesn't seem like it would be done there. This could all be, that could be A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the 4 and the 2 are two, you don't know, right? So if you don't know, you're kind of sitting here going, well, okay, maybe. But don't force something because there's no clarity. So what's your edge? What's the trend right now? Well, I had higher high, higher low, higher. I had an uptrend, downtrend. But, right, is all the market ever does, right? We swing, we retrace, right? Now, when we start to retrace, this is two-dimensional, right? So all the market can ever do. Either we're taking out that pivot or that one, right? Now, we can go sideways for a long time, but sooner or later, it's either this one or this one. That's it, right? That's all we can ever do. You break the entire market down to just that, right? It's all it does, right? Just on different degrees. So if this isn't an impulse, could it be an X? ABC? Yeah, sure could. WX. What are we looking for here? Why? Do I know that that's what it is? Of course not. But that's too abnormal. I'm not going to force an impulse there because it's not there. And that's the kind of thing, if you do it, you're like, oh, and then you lose money. Well, that's a double hammer, right? Because now you're shitting on yourself. Like, why? I'm such a dumbass, right? You don't want to get into that negative mental loop because it's, it lingers. So why would you trade that? There's only one reason. It's FOMO. Okay, I got to do this one just because I'm, oh shit, you guys are hitting me with a bunch of them now. Oh, this one is just too weird. All right, I got to get out of here. Okay, so PONKE. I don't really, but I should. I've been going so long. PONKE token. Jesus Christ, what is PONKE token? It sounds like fart coin to me. Oh, hang on. PONKE token. It was on crypto here, so I can get the full history. Oh, fuck. PONKE? Really? I don't know. Maybe there's a use case. Well, somebody's playing ball here. Somebody's buying it. Oh, let's go to the daily here. All right, last one. We'll get out of here. Okay, so do I have a trend? Yeah, I have a trend. Do I need to be in log scale? What's the low here? 5 cents to 85. Yeah, I need to be in log, but I can do a little work here. Well, 1, 2 seems. Okay, grab your 5th grader. I'm pretty sure he can get that. See, that's unusual, right? It's an unusual finish. You have to do well. Okay, looking at that, right? You can see it, right? You don't have a lot of choices here. I've got a 3 that finishes that. We begin and end with 5s, right? I can't end with a 3. Okay. Well, if you're going to apply Elliott Wave, you got to look for a different solution there. That's not, you can't solve that there. So what does that leave? Well, that leaves WXY. Well, that means I got to turn this into a WXY, right? This has to be, it's not optional. ABC, it has to be ABC, right? Because I can't finish with a 3, assuming you're going to apply Elliott Wave rules, right? So it's got to be WXY. So this has to be WXY, right? Okay, all right, so that, just from an academic point, okay, right, so it will help you, right? So coming off of that, well, let's go to an 8. Looks like a pretty good 1, 2. The 3s already looks like it's problematic. 1, 2. Oh, I got a big fuck you wick in there. I can't see if that overlaps. When your brain gets tired. Okay, so we're good there. If that's the 3, assuming I can get that to fly. That's a 3, right? So I got to do it. I got to put it here because I can't start with that. So this has to be A, fuck you, B, C. Somebody, oh Jesus, somebody get bent over there. Okay, right, so now that's out of log scale. So let's go into log scale. Looks like we're past a golden, just eyeballing it. You know, we're past all of it, right? So we're going deep, that's platinum. We're going 707, 786, right? Pretty deep. But okay, and not the greatest looking impulse, right? But you know, I'm not going to play that as something corrective. Okay, impulse. A, B is kind of like a 4, right? We don't progress the trend. So it looks like we can go A, B, C, D, and B, 1, 2, 3, 4, C. Now, do we know the lows in? No, absolutely not. But you're itching right now, like, oh, okay, because what are we just talking about, right? We end in 5s, right? We can only end in 5s. We begin and end in 5s. Do I have it, right? Do I have what I need there? Oh, it might be a little triangle. It doesn't matter, right? So it's somewhere in there. You got the 4 here, and you've got this liquidity here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you got a candidate, right? So okay, well now it's the same idea as before, right? This is important, right? Do we know the pivots in? No. Why? Because we could do this and do this and do this and do this. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that's not it. No, is that it? No, oh, no, that's not it. We got to break one of these, right? Or it just keeps going, right? It's just all one leg, right? This looks like, well, what do I want to see break there? I would want to see that break. Now, that's going to be, you know, a bigger push. But this is kind of the theme for today, right? Let somebody else, you know, be with the machete clearing a path. Let them take the 1. You take the 1, Mr. Retail Trader. You be the hero, or you can post it on your Twitter and your Instagram and your TikTok or whatever the fuck you're using, and you can be a hero for a day. All right, I'll sit and wait for this. I'll wait for that. Come back down here, right? Okay, did you take 100% profit here? Or are you letting it ride, right? That's what I would trade for. You got a pretty good, oh, that's logs. That's logs. I can't use it. But this nice little channel here, 1, 2, 3, right? 3 drives, right? Potentially what's underneath, right? So I got a little divergence here. That's the 4. Let's go to a 2. Okay, that's a good looking 4, right? You don't want it to go too hard, right? You don't want it to go too high, right? It reduces. We don't want a big 4. We want 4 just to be, what do you want in a 4? I want sideways. Don't progress the trend, right? Oh, we're chopping. What are we doing? And then there's the final leg. What is this? Squeeze, consolidation. What comes from consolidation? Expansion. See how it all kind of, if you look at one piece at a time, it's like, how the fuck? How does this all fit together? But once you start applying it all, you're like, it starts to click. Like, oh shit, I see it, right? Now we're talking about being an analyst, right? The TA is the fun part. What's the hard part is managing the risk and your emotions, right? Because what's more emotional than money? I would tell you very few things, right? So that's why people make stupid decisions in the markets, because they're scared or greedy. Fear. What creates waves, right? Fear, greed, fear, greed. Okay, guys, that's all I got. I'm tired. Okay, that was a long one, but New Year's Day, what the heck? All right, so I gotta finish over here and remind you guys that this is what's going on. If you want to get fluid with this, well, here's the best one, right? Remember, it's 30% going forward, 25% going forward here. So probably only 2 people left. It's my wife and my daughter, right? Okay. All right, guys. That's all I got for the day. Thank you for hanging out here. For those of you that went the distance or came in, if you're looking after the fact, we'll do the time codes since we did a lot today. Okay, guys. Happy New Year. catch you next. Oh, what is that? Shit.